everybody. Hi, welcome to TT's Urban Pantry. I'm excited. I got a glare. I'm gonna try to fix it. Move in front of it, maybe. Okay, is that better? Can you hear me? Give me a 1 in the comments if you can hear me. We're all good. Hi, Erica Taylor, my Renaissance grandma. Hi, Miss Cheryl. Hey, Gina. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? We good? 1. Great. I'm canning tonight. What you canning, Miss Cheryl? What you got? I'm canning tonight, too. I've been canning. I started during Gina's live. I'm doing vegetable broth, and I'm actually about to show you guys how I do my vegetable broth. This will be my 3rd batch. I just yanked, literally yanked the broth out the canner like 2 minutes before going live. I'm like, come on, what is taking so long? Because it's been done. I just had to wait for the pressure to drop and you know, for it to cool down good enough to take those cans out, those jars out. So I just did that. I have my 3rd batch all ready to go. I'm just warming up my jars in the canner right now. I will show you the 2 batches that I just did. So all of that is vegetable broth. So 14 quarts of vegetable broth. And about to get on that 3rd any minute now. Like I said, I'm just letting my jars warm up. So what's everybody up to tonight? Having a good night? Anyone doing anything special? Hi, Angela. How are you? Think I'm a little bit behind in the chat. So I'm going to pull it up over here so I can actually see it. Goes faster over here than in StreamYard. StreamYard has a little bit of a delay. So welcome, everyone. And if you could please hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Hi, Marcia. How are you? Thanks for joining. Hi, Ann. How are you? Yeah, I can definitely see the chat a lot faster over here than here. So if I look back and forth, that's what I'm doing. Good. So I will be actually just showing you how I put the vegetable broth into. Hey, Chris. Angela says, good. How are you, Tia? I'm good. I canned some sweet and sour peppers and corn relish this week. Congratulations. And how'd you like it? Were you nervous? Were you all good and everything? Okay, so I can hear my jars heating up. So my broth is already ready to go. My broth has been going for 2 hours now. I am going to run a quick clip and show you how I prepare my broth. It's only a couple minutes. Hey, Felicia, how are you? I probably should have put some music over that, huh? Not everybody can be Lydia. She told me how to do it. I don't remember if she said put music over it or something. But that's the broth. That's just how quick and simple the vegetable broth is. I don't even think it took me 10 minutes to prep all the ingredients and throw them in that water. And bam, vegetable broth. Hi,
Hey,
Tina.
listen, somebody was having some technical difficulties getting in on my end.
You're good. You're good.
So I already have my broth um, in the canner
Okay.
because I always have some issue bringing to pressure. So I'm trying to get it to pressure. Um, it's only been in there probably not even 15 minutes.
Okay.
So I did the same thing you did. So that video you just showed on how you cut up the veggies. I cut mine up the same. Like the recipe, I think said to dice up the tomatoes. I wasn't dicing up the tomatoes. I
I'm gonna
cut them
dice them up.
tomatoes in half. I put in whole pieces of garlic, just the same as you did. I just bought a big bag of already peeled
Yep,
garlic.
I love that already peeled garlic.
Yep. And then I used baby carrots, and I did cut up the celery because I bought stalks of celery and onion, but I did not do any salt or pepper in mine.
Okay. Okay. Now, did you taste it?
No. I did have my house smelling amazing. I will say that. I didn't taste it though, no. But
I
it
did
did.
taste it. Tastes like vegetable broth, but like when it first started, maybe the first 20 minutes or something, Mimi was like, "You making some stuffed peppers?"
My husband was like, because my daughter's throat was hurting her last night. So he's
Okay.
like, "Is you drinking some vegetables, some broth or something?" I said, "No, that's something in the kitchen cooking."
Uh-huh.
But
Mhm.
it did. It had my house smelling good, but I didn't taste
Good.
it. I
Good.
kept
Hey,
it.
Lydia.
Hey, Lydia and
Oh,
Andale and Cheryl and Pursuing Righteousness,
everybody.
Christine Rogers or Christiane. Am I saying it right? I don't know. I'm
Christine.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Christian.
I just saw it was IAN. I'm like, it can't be just. It could just be Christian. I guess it just could be spelled a little special.
I say Christian.
Okay, all
Hey,
that. Hi,
Arnett.
everybody.
Welcome. Welcome. All right. Well,
So,
I'm gonna get started because
okay,
my water is ready. So I'm gonna get started drawing mine up, and I'll show you guys.
okay. So, guys, you're probably not going to be able to see it because if I tilt it too much, it does still have a little. See, I just spelt it. It has a little bit of broth in it, but I kept my veggies. I think I'm just going to freeze them to be able to use another time for like anything, a roast, some baked chicken, some whatever. So I just um, I just kept it because I'm like some veggies are still good and they've been boiling up, just simmering with each other all day. We're gonna keep them.
So here's my. Nope, that's not gonna work. Hold on. So I
Huh?
couldn't find any cheesecloth. So I got my little strainer here, and I rigged up a system to strain all that stuff out.
So what did you say you ended up using to strain yours?
a little strainer. It's Mimi's.
Yeah.
And that's what it fits like right over the funnel. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I used. I looked for cheesecloth at 3 places and could not find any.
I didn't even look. I have so many strainers. I was like, I'll figure it out. So I just used what I have a small strainer that's kind of has a handle on it, and I just scooped out the veggies and put the veggies in a bowl so they can cool off so I can freeze them. And scooped out the broth.
How many jars did you end up with?
I have 10 pint sized jars.
Nice.
Oh, sorry guys. So, my pot is coming to pressure. I can hear it bubbling. I can feel the heat at the steam coming out the top. So it's getting there. So probably me, even though I started before Tia, we might come to pressure together. So what are we saying in here? What am I missing? Um, oh, I was correct the first time. Is it Christiane? Or what did I say the first time? See, look, I done forgot already. I
It's
don't like saying
Christian.
okay. I don't like saying people's names wrong. I don't. If I can help it. If it's not intentional. To me they are and I would think so. I didn't put any seasoning in mine. So it's like they're just gonna taste like vegetables to me. Um, but I would still think they were usable. When I cook at Thanksgiving, I do I do a brine with my turkey. So I do a brine like all for a whole 24 hours. I take one of those really big totes that you store stuff in, fill it with a little bit of water, but a whole lot of ice. And then I put orange slices, lemon slices, thyme, rosemary, salt, um, all kinds of stuff in there. And then the turkey, of course, and I let it brine. Well, after I do that and I take it out the brine, I put it on my roaster. I put carrots, celery, onion all around it, more thyme, rosemary. But I use the poultry herb pack you can get at like certain grocery stores, and I stuff it with the carrots and celery and all that stuff too, and the herbs. And then of course I brush it with some butter on the outside, and I coat it really thickly with the seasonings that I use. I save the veggies after whatever we don't eat from Thanksgiving. I have it in my freezer, in my big freezer in the basement, with the broth that came off the turkey that was in there with the veggies. I save that to use later, and it is amazing. I've used some of it. So I don't just get rid of it. I feel like that's the same somewhat, other than the fact that it wasn't a turkey involved. And I didn't use a lot of seasoning with it. The other veggies that I pour off the broth with those veggies, they are seasoned with all the herbs and stuff I use for Thanksgiving. So yeah, Cheryl is canning beef stew in broth.
Okay.
Um, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. What did I miss? Oh, um, I thought I missed something. I think that was Cheryl talking about the I have cheesecloth if you want. Christiane says she has cheesecloth if you want it.
Well, it's too late now.
Ah, just waiting on it to get
Wish
up to
I
cook.
had known.
Yeah, I think you're going to enjoy having that. Um, on your shelf, Cheryl, having that beef stew, just those beef and veggies with the broth. Yeah, or anytime you want to have that. I enjoy having. I haven't made any of the pot roasts that I canned up. I have cooked with one of the chicken vegetable soups that we canned up. I have cooked one of those. I put it with some noodles, and I added some cream of mushroom soup and made like a chicken and vegetable noodle soup. Made it more of a creamy soup.
Making a mess. I'm almost done now.
Why are you afraid to pressure canned meats pursuing righteousness? Do you eat any canned meat? How about we start there? Do you eat any canned meat? That's why I think I wasn't so scared to do it. Hey, learning to grow my own. Showed up. I see. Great job. I think you get some a little bit of tips over here with this stuff. I'm telling you. But when you're
All
ready
right.
to like preserve some of those goodies you got going on in your garden. But do you eat any canned meats already? Pursuing righteousness, tuna, chicken. Only canned meat I eat is tuna and 100% chicken, white breast. Um, and I use most of the time. I just keep canned chicken for emergencies. Actually, almost like with me canning my own. I would prefer to can my own because I'm just getting the stuff that they're doing in the factory. But I do tuna, but I do those most of the times. I buy tuna. I buy the pouches now instead of the cans, but it's still the same. It's preserved meat of some sort. But I definitely plan on canning up some chicken. No, I never eat. Okay, so that might be why you really don't feel comfortable canning it. But when I did the canned chicken, it hurt my stomach. I think that's why I only do chicken breasts canned. But they're using a preservative when they can it in those cans. So if you canned it yourself, you don't have to use a preservative. Just saying it. So it may not hurt your belly.
All right.
Um, I freeze most of my meats as well. Um, I don't know if you saw the video this week, part one of my prepping video of just beef. But I prep a lot of my beef in the fall so that it's just quick and easy for me to go to for making meals all fall and winter. And I prep like everything I can with beef. So I did like steak that I cut up into strips for like fajitas or stir fries or cheese steaks or pepper steak and rice, whatever. And then I pack it up with the meat up with the onions and peppers so that everything is in a freezer bag together. I do meatballs, I do meatloaf. I cook up some ground beef so I could just have ground beef that's already cooked that I could pull out the freezer and make tacos or spaghetti or whatever, chili, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it just makes my life easier. So I do freeze some stuff.
Yeah. So Chris said that pot roast that we canned up because she came over and got herself a jar was delicious.
Ah,
I haven't even tried it yet.
I haven't either, but that's just because I'm like trying to save it.
Right,
So that
right,
I have it for that, like that. I'm going to cook some of it. Don't get me wrong, but I want to definitely try to reserve on the things that I
right.
can for if any type of electrical emergency happens.
Chris, did you do anything to it? Did you add anything to it? Angela says no. I never eat canned meat. Okay, I think that's what you guys were talking about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It says, what type of canning are we doing today? Sorry in advance to ask a lot of questions. You're fine. This
Ask
is
all the
question can.
questions.
Ask them. That's what we're here for. This is pressure canning. So that's a pressure canner, which is different than a pressure cooker. That's a pressure canner, and right now I'm just waiting for it to start to vent, release steam at the very top. Once it's been doing that for 10 minutes, then I'll put a weight on. That's the difference between a canner and a cooker, a pressure canner and a pressure cooker. Because with the pressure canner, you can add up to 15 pounds of weight to it, which makes it boil even hotter. Hey, Lashes, thanks for joining.
Hey, Lashes.
Different what to can up veggies and learn. Definitely want to can up veggies and learn how to do meat. Yes, do it. You'll love it. You'll love it. So I actually stopped canning chicken broth. I don't can chicken broth anymore or beef broth anymore. The reason is,
I was going to say, is there a reason?
You know, there's a reason. You can't can fat. So when you're canning chicken broth or beef broth, that fat is there. And the only way to get rid of it is to let it completely cool, scrape it off, heat it back up. That's a 2-day process. I don't do it anymore. I used to. It always came out beautiful when I did it. I have some videos on it, but I don't do it anymore. I will load up on veggie broth and then season it with some bouillon, some better than bouillon or something to get it to chicken or beef, but I do not do it anymore.
Or put it in something that you're making chicken with or whatever. If you're making
the chicken soup that we made, I used the veggie broth. I did not use chicken broth. Couldn't tell. Yep. Get back in the chat. Just jumped up on me and I got to catch up. I just set my timer for 10 minutes. Good deal. Chris said, yes, tender and very good. No, didn't add anything. Nice. We're going to have to try that pot roast, Gina. How much water did I put inside my pressure canner? So my particular pressure canner calls for 3 quarts of water. So when I'm heating the jars up, I put in my 3 quarts first, and then I put my jars in. But each one is different. So like Gina says, hers does 2, but I know some do 3 cups, some do to the line. So mine is 3 quarts. So I just use those same quart jars and fill it.
Well, it depends on which canner I'm using. I'm using the same one you're using today, but I do have a bigger canner, and I think my bigger one calls for 6 quarts. So, because it can do twice as many jars.
This is an excellent question, learning to grow town. So what if the meat has fat on it? When you can't can it, then you can't can it? Actually, you want to really minimize your the amount of fat you can. The reason being is because you can't guarantee that the heat is penetrating those fat particles. And you want that heat to penetrate the fat particles to kill off the botulism spores. So the only way to ensure that you're not going to get botulism spores when it's sitting on your shelf down in the basement for 6 months is to can as little fat as possible. There's no way you can get rid of all the fat, but you don't want no thick line. If you see a thick line, that's a little bit too much. Get back in. That's the best part of the facts. I know.
Who said that? That's the best part. I can't see who it is.
Angela, let me see if I can.
I see it now. It had jumped up.
When I have the light on, my mouse doesn't work. So that's why I'm kind of looking over here because my nails ain't working right. Okay, so looks like it's starting to vent.
Mine vented. I'm already 3 minutes in, so I have 7
minutes.
minutes.
Already 3 minutes in?
So we're gonna be about the same time tonight, y'all. I'm trying to get it to where I'm like, but this time I got the pot exactly where it needed to be at. So it didn't take long. It still takes longer than yours because you got up to pressure fast.
Not a lot of fat, but nice. Yeah. I use sirloin for beef. Yes, I do too. I use sirloin. A few technical difficulties here. Uh-oh, Cheryl, what's going on? Hey, Mona. I don't think I said hi. Hi, Mona.
I didn't see her come in.
Oh, I had a thick line of fat because I left the skin on my chicken. I That's okay because I think the recipe books say you can leave the skin on the chicken. I don't think they say to peel the skin off, do they?
I don't think so because I saw what is it? A Beautiful Nest? Is that her channel?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
did chicken legs, and they
Mm-hmm.
were skin on. She just
Yeah.
put them into the whole chicken
Yeah,
legs.
like my butt.
So yeah, I think you can leave the skin on. I remember seeing she did a video. It's probably been almost a month now. It's been a
Chicken
while.
with skin is chicken with skin is fine. Yep, you're good, Angela.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my 14 quarts, and if you notice, there's a color difference in these. This was my first batch, and then this was my second batch. There's a color difference because after I did the first batch, I didn't take the veggies out. I just added more veggies and added more water. Now I don't have no cheesecloth, so that stuff was thick. And it took me forever to strain it. So this time I went ahead and took those veggies out. I was like, I ain't got time to sit there all that straining.
Yeah. I even with me straining mine, I still had like a little bit of particles of some of the
Yeah,
veggies.
we're gonna get some down at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's just
And it's
goodness.
just very, very little. I think it was
Mhm.
the onion because it was like I was like, what is that? I guess it's the onion. Maybe the garlic broke down quite a bit.
I know what mine is the tomato.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of problems getting the tomato out when I strained it. It was I think it was more the onion just got really, really I don't know. And plus it was onions that were from my freezer. So
Oh
I
yeah,
think
yeah, can make a difference.
it was onion that I
So learning to grow says so we need to take all the fat off meat.
no, not
This is
all of
what
it
makes
because
me
you're not
nervous
gonna
about.
get all of it off.
You're not gonna get all of it off. You're not, and it's okay. But like I said, if you're doing a broth where all you have to do is let it cool down and you just skim it off, that's completely different than you're doing like roast and there's fat in the roast.
Yeah. Because I used what's that stew beef?
Yes, you
I don't
did.
even think I used actual roast. I mean, there
Mm-hmm.
was I just cut away any thick pieces of fat on there, but other than
Mm-hmm.
that, there was fat on it.
Yep. I learned from Tia. She did an entire week of canning. When she finished, I was canning. Good. Good. I am planning. Actually, I don't know. I was looking at my PTO time. I was like, I think I want to save some of that. But I might be doing another week of canning. I will give you all an advanced notice. That looks good. Thanks, Lydia. Thanks, Lashes. They're saying hi.
Who's that?
It's hard to. Hi. Hi.
We don't want to say your name wrong. I don't want
That's
to.
what I'm like. Where do I feel?
Is it Colarel? Colariel? You have to.
You
Am I
have to give
missing any letters? Yeah, you have to. You have to break it down for us. But welcome,
Carla.
nonetheless.
Carla. We can call you Carla.
Oh, that's easy enough.
That's easy. Um. Yes. Wait. It's hard to get all the fats. It jumped on me. Okay. I did the whole week with Tia too. It took me a minute to get everything good.
Cheryl has been going strong. She went feet first into canning chicken. That was the first thing she canned. Like Cheryl, you trying to make
Cheryl's
us
like,
all
I'm
look.
here
You
for
trying to
it.
make me look bad. You playing with you. I should have started with water, but I don't remember what was the first thing I canned. Salsa.
Yeah.
Even though I had canned salsa before, but still, even before it was the first thing I canned.
Yes, please advance notice and what I need to get and have to do. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm all here for it. I love canning. I have been on the hunt for a Gina canner. I want to stack.
Well, are they out of them on? I got that one on Amazon.
I did see some on Amazon, but I was just looking here locally because it just popped into my head on Friday. And I knew it wasn't going to get here by now.
Mm-hmm.
They had Walmart did have the one that I have, but I'm like, I'm not going to get that. I'm ready to stack.
Yeah. Yeah.
When do you realize how much broth I could have did?
Right.
I'm gonna leave
because that one had 7, right? 7 quarts. So you would have been able to do 14 quarts in the big one.
So I'll have 20, at least 21 quarts, and hopefully that gets us to the end of the year because we go through it that fast. And then my mom, her dressing, she always comes and snatches them up. So
see, I use the broth from my turkey for my dressing.
Do you?
I do.
See, I fry the turkey though.
Nah.
And it ain't no broth. That's grease.
Yes. I don't have a turkey fryer anyway.
I don't like the marrow canner. I don't think I've heard anyone really talk bad about it. What don't you like about it?
I was trying to think, is it a pressure? I didn't know marrow had one.
Yes, I've heard of marrow. It's a pressure, but is it a gauge or a weight? Do you not like either one of those?
Who has marrow? Was that Angela? Yes. Yep, we canned beans, and there's a video in her playlist of when she did beans. We actually did beans probably 5 or 6.
Lydia forgot to remind me about this microwave.
Beans back, and actually it was Tia, myself, and Lydia, which is That's Your Journey, canning beans. We all canned different kinds of beans. I did pinto. Tia did kidney, and Lydia did black beans.
Hi, Mike.
The process is the same, but we just did different beans. Hey, Mike.
Show what the jars look like. I don't have any jars up here. Yes. Okay. I feel like my beans, I was telling them, I always give my beans an extra rinse, an extra soak, an extra rinse, and I use fresh water because I feel like the starch, at least with me, the starch just comes off and does not give my beans a good look. So I go a little bit overboard with my beans. Go right back. Let me see what kind of can. Okay. I canned beans last week, pinto and baby limas. Okay, we'll go check it out. I did 3 bean mix, pinto, black, and okay. Put a spoon in that door. Now you say something.
All right. So
now you say something after I opened up the door.
Those are the beans.
Okay, Gina, those look
good. And then that's what the soup looks like, the chicken soup.
Yeah.
Chicken and vegetable. And this one is so good. I've already had some of that. And then the pot roast.
The pot roast. Yep.
Yes. So, and I don't know if it's coming through, but there's like a very, very thin, like pieces of fat
That's
up
good.
in the top
That's
of it.
fine.
There's like very little fat in there, and like I said, it's just trimmed up. It's not
Mm-hmm.
completely no fat. I don't think there's a way to get all the fat out of meat to can it, not beef.
No, you're not gonna get it all. Hi everyone. I've been distracted tonight. Sorry. You're fine, Felicia.
All right, I got my weight
Mike,
on.
are
I'm
you
actually
canning tonight?
late.
He says he's editing this video right now. I think he's talking to my Renaissance grandma. He said this order came. Order came today. So excited. Angela says, Gina, all of those look good.
Thank you.
So Angela says it's not bad, but the 16 quart doesn't come with a canning rack, which defeats the purpose of canning. So I had to send it back and order the 16 quart. Okay,
Unless it
you
was just really, really, really reasonable,
I'm out.
then you could order it separate. But if it wasn't,
Right.
then you're right. It defeats the purpose.
If it's reasonable. But I mean you paying all that for it. It should come with one.
Yeah. Hey, Felicia. Hi, my Renaissance grandma.
Mm-hmm. Wow, those beans look awesome. Like they still have liquid in them. Yes.
A little, yeah.
Now, Carla, are you pre-soaking your beans before you can them? And learning to grow my own. What is your name so I can call you by your name? I'm sorry.
If you don't
Um,
mind.
what'd you say?
I was just like, if you don't mind.
Oh,
Talking to learning to grow my own. Some people don't like to say their real names, but
so he says
if
he
you don't
has
mind,
the Presto 23 quart. Where y'all getting these 23 quarts?
that's what I have. Who said they got it? Who else got it?
Where you get it from? Where did you get it from? And when did you get it?
I got it from Amazon, and it was before we started canning. I probably had it for over a month before we started canning.
Okay.
Before I pulled it out to pressure can with you. What was the first thing I pressure canned with you? I can't remember.
It wasn't the beans, was it?
It absolutely wasn't the beans, but I don't
It
think it
wasn't
was the
the beans.
chicken. It wasn't the beans.
Was
It
it the
could have been.
chicken soup?
It could have been, but it doesn't feel like it. It could have been. I don't remember. But I
I'm
remember
listening
that
off the
that was what I canned in that canner, and it took forever to get to pressure.
Yes. Yes, it did.
Sure. But that's because I didn't know. I had to get used to where to have my pot on my stove. Because even with this one, it did the same
Definitely.
thing.
Definitely.
So
You
yeah.
got to get it in that right spot. You got to get your little numbers down to the right thing. From 149, right, it should come with one. You right. You right.
No, yes. My big one was 149 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The big one that holds double of whatever jar. So the 16 quart holds 10 pints. My other one will hold 20. And like she has 16 as well. It'll hold 7 quarts. The other one will hold 14 quarts. So
Lydia,
she definitely would have got more bang. Who's
Lydia,
Lydia?
did you hop in and then hop out? Hop back in.
Oh, she said to make something bigger. Make what bigger? I want to know too what she said. What she was saying to make bigger. Lydia must have said to make something bigger.
Make what bigger? Let me go back and
Yeah.
see what she said. Make Gina bigger, maybe? Where's she at?
She has an electric one.
Grandma, make them bigger. Make the seasonings bigger.
Girl, I'm on my second one of the salt free. Listen. I don't know if people think I be playing when I talk about this on my chat on my lives, but I be using it. This is the salt
Mm-hmm.
free. Now I even
Mm-hmm.
use the other one too. This is the low sodium, but I don't know. It's probably like really hardly any salt in this one. But
Mm-hmm.
because I know this one is salt free, I just use it more.
You use it. Felicia says,
I don't.
Tia, don't you have a standalone canner? Yes, I have a standalone water bath canner, and actually, it's right there. So I use it to make my broth in. It's a water bath canner. It's electric. It plugs in, but I made my broth in it, so then I'm not using my stove. The seasons, yes.
Learning to grow my own has a question.
What size jars do I need for the next canning class? I think it's whatever's your preference.
It is.
I usually do quarts. I'm a family of 3 though.
I'm a family of 3 also, and as you saw, I'm
Mhm,
using pints.
mhm. But if
So
I'm doing something for my mom, like if not the broth, but like if I was doing soup or pasta sauce or something, I would throw in a pint for her. So I think
and
it's
this is
really
both
just a
sizes.
preference. She said the smoky
Now for the
greens.
soup, like you see, that have the pot roast and the quarts and the chicken and the pints. I think I realized that I should not have done pints.
Hmm. Now for the
We
soup,
did this
I
in
did
first.
them both, and I
I
like to take
did
the
because you
pint
can
to
have this
work.
by you for like lunch or something.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
I put them
See,
in
I
my
was
lunch
thinking
and my
about
work
for
drawer.
dinners.
Hmm.
I would a quart would have been better than like this would be perfect for my
Hmm.
family. This one I just need like a little bit more for a dinner, but for a lunch to have soup, yeah, it's perfect.
I need to start my timer. Be right back.
Hold on, yeah. I'm just turning my
Okay. So those quarts are going to process for 35 minutes. Tell me about the electric one. So it's a water bath canner. It's also a multi-purpose cooker. So I cooked the vegetable broth in there. We had a crab boil last weekend, and I did it in that as well. So anything that comes to a boil, it can go in there. It doesn't fit in the dishwasher or anything. But what I like about it is my stove is free. It just sits on the counter, and my stove is free, and I can still do whatever I'm gonna do. So I like that about it. Learning to throw here. For learning to dance. Aw, thank you. Thank you. I won't cook all winter. I know that's right.
listen.
I might have some noodles with seasoning tonight. Okay. I know that's right. You can call me Rich. Rich. Okay, you can call me Rich if that helps. Sorry, did you say the Presto 23 quart was good? I think that's excellent. That's what I'm out here looking for. I mean, if you ever trying to get rid of it.
No, Rich trying to get him a canner. Now like I said, Rich, the 23 gives you double capacity to the 16 as far as how many jars you can. So if you got to jump in feet first,
Right,
and
exactly.
get your cannon on.
You can do a good amount in that canner.
For the price points, I think right now when I got my 16, I got it for like $70. But I was telling Tia, like I've seen it recently, and it was like $100, and you could get double the capacity for like $150.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. Yep. Yep. Rich says, I also have the Fruit Saver steam canner. Now, that's something I don't have. Anne and Lydia have that.
Tell me more. The steam canner?
The steam
Oh.
Tell me more.
I was like, tell me more. What's that?
Night and
all the canners.
Lydia, are you gonna come back up? I didn't realize you were down there. You gotta get my attention.
She's been mystic today. I haven't heard from her since this morning. What are you doing, Lydia? She said yes.
I'm doing two meat frosting.
So we can paint. And
let me turn this down.
Good night, Ann.
Okay.
I think I saw Ann earlier in somebody's live.
All right. So what would you guys like to see Can next week, or what do you want to do together? Any ideas?
Rich, this is your opportunity.
Yes, Rich. What are you looking for?
Oh, Rich, you're in Connecticut? I didn't know that.
Okay.
Did I?
Kelly, Miss T with the T. Hi, welcome.
Hey, Miss T with the T.
Welcome to the chat. Jelly. Lydia wants to do a jelly.
Mike, are you in? Is Mike in? No, Mike's in Minnesota, isn't he? I said that
Minnesota. I was just thinking everything.
Somebody else is in Connecticut though, and I'm like, who is it? Trying to somebody to kind of connect with up there.
It's not Micro Farmer, is it?
He could be. Where's Micro at, Lydia? She might know better than I do. He might be, but that's not even who I'm thinking of. This is somebody else that just told me in one of my last lives they were in Connecticut.
Micro. She said Micro. Whatever is good for beginners, I'm available whenever you are. Let me go get my book and see if Lydia is right. Jelly is good, but not everybody want to do all that stirring.
Yeah. He isn't. It's somebody else's. Who else is in? Yankee sister. I didn't know she was in Connecticut, Ann. That's awesome. I didn't know she was in Connecticut. But it's not Micro I'm thinking of on that. It's going to come to me. Somebody else told me they were in Connecticut. It's going to come to me. But nonetheless, Micro Farmer is in Connecticut and he does content. Now, Micro ain't canning or nothing, though. But he is gardening.
Chicken. Everybody's saying chicken. We want to can some chicken.
I do want to can chicken.
What'd you say?
I do want to can chicken.
Want to can
chicken? My list of things to can.
I can chicken. That's just a quick trip to Costco, and you can raw pack it.
Yeah, I was gonna raw pack mine.
If you're doing a quart, it takes 90 minutes to process.
I was gonna do a bunch of pints though.
Pints. Yeah, I can do. I'm definitely do some.
If I use my big canner, I could do both. I could do 7.
Maybe I have my canner by then. Because I'm gonna get a canner. Lydia says she needs more chicken. All right, let's can some chicken next week. All you need is chicken, jars, and a pressure canner. Hey, Roz.
Hey, Rosalind. Hey, Urban.
Hey, Urban. How are you?
We canning some vegetable broth tonight, Urban. And it's in the canner. Her weight is just going ballistic. My weight is just sitting there like.
Really? I had to turn mine down.
Nope. My thing is that it's been at pressure, but my weight ain't done nothing.
Yeah, because
And
it was I could barely hear you for a second, so I turned mine down.
I'm gonna turn it up. It got one. I could go up to 9. I only had it on 8.
I'm here lurking.
Who is that?
Do you need seasoning for the chicken? You can season it. That's urban. You can season it. Honestly, I feel like
I'm not gonna season mine.
I was just thinking it don't. I feel like when I
What?
open it up, it don't. What I put in it is not there anymore. I don't know if it's the processing time or what, but I really don't go hard on my seasonings prior to.
Yeah, because I use canned chicken and it's usually just in broth. I mean, I think they put salt in it for with the. I don't have any of them upstairs either. They're in my
You
basement.
probably want it for you. I can see you using it, keeping it like a blank slate.
I
That way
do.
you
I
can
like.
do
I
more
want to
things
keep it.
with it.
Yep.
Yep.
That's exactly why I'm not going to season it because I could do.
I did my ground beef with onions and peppers, and I just did kind of like a generic seasoning, and I put it in a Ziploc bag and froze it flat.
Yep. I just did my daughter some with shrimp earlier. This one has peppers and onions in it. With some shrimp, uncooked shrimp that's been peeled in the vein.
Mm-hmm.
That one, I wrote on them what they are because my daughter doesn't cook like that, so I got to give her instructions. No, that's for like fajitas.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one is just shrimp, but I'm going to give her this PF Chang's spicy shrimp marinade to cook it with, so she'll just saute them. And then this one has a packet in it that's this bang bang shrimp marinade, so she can make bang bang shrimp and put it on her over rice or something. But she wants to get into prepping, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to do her prepping for her. But that was just something I already had. I don't eat shrimp, so it was just something I already had. But I told her I would show her how to do it, how I do my freezer prep, because she has a 3-year-old. My grandson will be 4 this month. Coming home from work and having to cook.
Yep.
You
That
know,
part. That part.
you know, I said you need to prep. You're gonna be tired that day, but you're gonna be happy you found it after that. So now my I don't know if you can hear it. It's going now.
Okay. Nice. So if you are in here, please make sure you hit the like button. Felicia says, how do you use the chicken? So I haven't used the chicken that I canned yet, but I do want to make some chicken curry. So I figured I would use it for that. If I was ever just making chicken noodle soup for the stove that I'm not going to can, I could always use that. I don't know how else I would use it because I haven't yet.
I can tell you. I haven't used chicken that I canned, but I do use canned chicken breast. So I use it for chicken chili. I love chicken chili. I will put it in my crock pot. I will dump in the canned chicken, a can of beans, a can of corn, some rotel, some chicken broth, and then I buy the McCormick's chicken chili seasoning. Bam, crock pot, let it cook all day. That. I also use it for, I make like chipotle bowls. So I will take the canned chicken, saute it in a pan with some lime juice, some seasonings and whatnot, and make my own chipotle style bowl with the cilantro, lime rice, and beans, and load it up. Of course, chicken and noodles. That's something I definitely use it with. And I like doing like if you do like go to a function or office thing, I will do buffalo chicken dip. I do tortilla soup, chicken tortilla soup.
Oh, I love chicken tortilla soup.
I do a lot of stuff with canned chicken.
Okay.
But I usually only use it when I don't feel like cooking chicken. So if I just don't mind throwing a few chicken breasts or whatever in my crock pot and then doing it that way, I'll do that too.
Yeah.
But when I just don't feel like it, but I started kind of keeping canned chicken on hand when we were having trouble finding meat in the store. I was like, if I can't find nothing, at least I got my canned chicken and I can make something today.
So there was another question. Oh, does it have to be boneless? No, actually. So the page, I'm trying to show you in the ball book. It's real small, so you don't have a lot of limitations or anything. It just says select birds, because they're thinking you're like Lydia. You can go to the yard and grab you a bird. You can do pieces. You can do half. You can do with the skin on, with the skin off. Let me look for one more thing. That's not quite what I wanted.
And like I said, I've seen drumsticks done. They're not taking.
Yep, I've seen drumsticks done.
I've seen them. You would need the wide mouth jars. You can't. You probably should use wide mouth jars for any of the chicken, honestly, probably because it's
absolutely
when you're ready to cook it.
Here it is.
Get it out. And I think I only have a few wide mouth jars left, so I need to go jar buying.
So it says, you just need your meat. You need some water or broth, and salt is optional. And your jars, canned with or without the bones, with or without the skin. You can use water or broth. That does need to be hot. But yeah, it's easy. Pint is going to be 1 hour 15 minutes. Quart is going to be 1 hour 30 minutes. She said, Hi Chris says chicken casseroles. Yep, you can do it for chicken casseroles. Yep. Rich says, I appreciate you both taking the time to teach canning. Thank you. Target had wide mouth jars. I got my wide mouth jars at the hardware store today.
I've seen them there. And
what is the name of the?
About the same.
What's the name of the canning book? So I'm using Blue Book Guide to Preserving. I actually have a video coming out this week of all the different canning books that I use.
Awesome.
And I thought Mona said something. When is the soup collab? Oh, you're gonna have to ask Lydia. I don't know.
Okay. Look, you're gonna have to ask Lydia.
I don't know. I'm gonna ask Lydia about that. I'm gonna sip my tea. I've done drumsticks and breasts the first time. I did thighs.
Who said that?
Thighs. Miss Cheryl.
Nice.
I did thighs and breasts. I don't know if I would do drumsticks. I don't think I want to do a drumstick.
I probably won't. I think I'm gonna just do chicken breast.
Yeah.
Because the only way I usually eat drumsticks most times is grilled. So, and I do buy them. I have drumsticks in my freezer. But
does the book have fermenting? Yes. Somewhere.
I think I have that same book.
I feel like it does. I feel like I've seen it. I know I've seen it.
I still have that book at Walmart. I've been in several different Walmarts in their canning aisle.
It's a classic.
It's there.
It's always going to be the first one that I reach for.
Yeah, and it's the I don't know if that was the one from when you asked before, learning to grow my own or Rich, but it's the Ball Guide to Preserving, right? Is that what it's called?
Yep. It says, it just says fermented pickles. And then it says the page. So I guess it doesn't. You better shut your mouth.
Have a good night, Angela. See ya.
Good night, Angela. I want to do a quick video of how I prepared the broth. So you guys can just see how quick and easy it is. I'm going to play that real quick. So that was it. Quick and simple. Let's see. Did you pick a day and time for the beginners, Candy? So it'll be next Saturday. I go live every Saturday, and I don't have any rhyme or reason to what I'll do, and I'm always willing to take suggestions. So, yeah, next Saturday we're going to do chicken, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then when I do another week of live canning, I will post that. I don't know when I'm going to do that yet, but I will definitely post something on my community page. Hi, David Corey.
Hey, David.
Wow, the benches look good. Is that from your garden? No.
Some of mine were.
I know yours were.
By the way, Rich, don't feel intimidated. I am a beginner canner. I canned my first thing with Tia. So don't feel like everything she does is beginner canner friendly. Because I had never canned jams and any of the stuff I showed you, the beans and the pot roast and the soup. I can't.
I'm not down for that hard, complicated stuff. As you can see, that's why I said I'm not doing chicken broth no more. Got time for that.
Yeah.
What type of chicken? You can pick whatever kind of chicken you want. I know some people do drums. Gina says she's gonna do breasts. We like thighs. You can pick whatever kind of chicken you want. You can't do a quarter. Is that what they're called? Chicken quarter? You can't do a quarter because you can't get that in a jar. Yeah. But you can do whatever's going to fit into a jar. Yeah. It's going to be your personal preference.
Yep.
Miss Quincy is in the building. Hi.
Quincy.
Make sure I didn't miss anything. But no, I don't garden, Rich. I guess I'm a sometimey gardener. I'll say that. That's better. And none of those were from my garden. They were all from the grocery store. I actually don't think I have ever. No, I did once can something out of my garden. Usually, anything out of my garden goes to the dehydrator, or we just eat it. I'm just nervous for canning and get sick when I hear crazy stories, but I'm willing to try. No crazy stories here.
Have hot peppers in my dehydrator right now.
Do you?
And then the rest of them, that's what I had got up to grab. I'm going to pickle tomorrow. But
let me see. All them pretty peppers.
The pick so far. So this is the habanero, some jalapenos, some hot bananas.
I want to pickle some peppers.
I don't have any Scotch bonnets in here. I think they're sitting over there. But I don't want to pickle the Scotch bonnets. That's why they're not in here. So these
okay.
And then I still have all my pepper plants are still loaded with peppers that are still coming.
Mike said, "Ooh, give me peppers."
I got so many peppers this year, so I'm gonna pickle those. I got some drying, so I love red pepper flakes or crushed pepper flakes. So I'm gonna make my own pepper flakes. And
are you gonna make your own red pepper flakes from what you have in the dehydrator right now? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I already made some.
Okay, we're gonna have to do a video chat.
This is my ones I've already dehydrated.
I have tomatoes in the. Mona, I tried tomatoes in the dehydrator for the first time this week, and I really liked them. Mimi told me to go easy on the seasoning, but I liked them, and I don't like sliced tomatoes. But yeah,
tomatoes.
We're gonna have to do a video chat because I want to pickle some peppers, and I want to see those red pepper flakes. I got like 40 Thai peppers. I need to dehydrate. Yes, you do. Hi, Mary. Did I miss you earlier? Can I cook the chicken in the Instapot first? Then can it? You can. You absolutely can. It's not going to change your processing time. So that's why usually raw pack is just easier. But if you want to cook it first, you sure can. It's going to still process for 90 minutes. So, but it's up to you.
David, I'm not surprised you have lots of peppers.
I have lots of
40 acres in a mule. David got his 40 acres in a mule. Can you give me my 40 acres? Now, you don't owe it to me, so I'm not going to ask you for it.
I love tomato and Miracle Whip sandwich.
The tomato sandwich ain't never hurt nobody. Ain't never.
Water bottle. Do you want to know it's like shatterproof? So like if it like knocks real hard, it's just
Gina,
break
say
off.
hi.
Hi.
Who said hi?
Hi. But you want to know?
They went to the movie.
I'm like, why do you all of a sudden have popcorn?
Because that's what a good child does. Brings her mom popcorn.
See.
You want to know like if it falls, if like this would break?
I don't think this will break, but if you look at mine, this kind of chipped.
Okay, because you said you would want one.
Okay, I'm on the line.
So make one.
It's still part.
Bye. Huh?
I was talking to David. I have no mulatto and okra in the.
No, my family has that, not David. Mimi, you're making a mess. I just gonna put on the thing.
Here. I have 5 peppers so far.
So you used to make cha-cha.
Make cha-cha. Okay.
Cheryl, how do you make your cha-cha? When I first started canning, my mom told me she was giving me her cha-cha recipe. It was salsa. It was salsa. She had cilantro in it and everything. It was salsa.
tell me where you can find the real deal sliced government cheese. They ain't got it nowhere no more. The government cheese that I remember and any of the cheese that I found in stores don't taste nothing like
I ain't seen that since the 80s.
My family had some government cheese. So when I was a kid, we think that my mom, we would walk to this, it was a church we had to walk to get it. And we walk up there and get some cheese. So somehow we qualified for it because my dad worked. My mom was a stay-at-home mom.
Share what? Mona, are you talking to me? I was asking Cheryl to share her cha-cha recipe.
Oh, I probably should have got a Presto dehydrator because now I can't make. I was trying to make fruit leather, so I ordered these trays to go in my dehydrator, and they're too big for my dehydrator. I have mine is called Elite Gourmet. I got it off Amazon. Clearly, I spend too much time buying my stuff off Amazon.
Said I'll do it when I get back to Texas. Thank you.
Mona, that was Cheryl who said she was making cha-cha, I think. Is that the recipe you wanted somebody to share, Cheryl?
Yep, okay. She said I'll do it when I get back to Texas. I think she was talking to me. Can I use parchment paper?
I was saying share. What did I say share? I don't remember, Mona.
Oh, Gina was saying share the popcorn.
No, it wasn't that. It probably something I read. Let me go back. Mona, you know my
these dogs done woke up.
Oh, with the buena mulata. What's that? That's what I said. Share. I never heard of it.
You make fruit leather? I think you can, Felicia, but I think I would definitely test it first. Maybe just get like a spoon because the parchment. I don't know.
I saw. I can't remember their channel name. Gosh, I can't remember his name. But I did see someone who used parchment paper to make their fruit leather. It just seems like it's harder though, because you gotta. If you have mine is a round dehydrator.
Right, mine is round.
So that it doesn't spill past. It's just it seemed like too much work. So I bought these things and they only go fit. I bought these.
Would you like some popcorn?
And they're too big for my dehydrator.
Yep.
So it's either buy a bigger dehydrator. Which I do.
What do you say? Speak. Good boy.
I was not happy though because I had so many peaches. I was gonna make some peach fruit leather.
Can you can seafood? Yeah. You can. I never have. Let me grab my book.
Is it spicy, Mona? The purple peppers, or is it just the?
You want some garlic bread?
Or is it just the purple bells? Because I grew these, the purple bell peppers. Is that what it is?
No, David, Chi-Town girl.
Y'all just got a fancy name for it? No, I just bought them. Actually, mine are purple fuses.
Popcorn must be good. It sure is. It's movie theater.
Who said that?
I'm looking it up. I know there are some seafoods that you can. I want to see exactly what it is. Here it is, right here. You can clams, crab meat. Says king or Dungeness. Fish, so salmon, shad, SHAD. Have never heard of it. It says all varieties, including salmon and shad, and tuna, oysters, shrimp. That's it. So yes, you can. I don't think I would want to can seafood though.
I would do salmon. I don't mind canned salmon. I don't buy store-bought canned salmon because it's gross. Because it's like, have you ever? Oh, okay. So I remember the first time I thought I was gonna make me some salmon croquettes, like my mom made using
Right.
the can. I was like, what is that stuff? So now I go the long way of doing that. I buy fresh salmon. I chop it up really small. Add my breadcrumbs and my eggs and my seasoning and stuff, and I make them fresh.
You know what? I don't like
And
salmon.
I do have a video, by the way.
I don't like salmon. Oh, can you turn Alexa off?
Oh. Ooh, shoot. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to take my.
Okay, so mine is off. It's been 35 minutes. But what I was saying is I don't like salmon. Only salmon that I have found that I've liked is it's frozen and it's called Morley's. It's at Costco. That's the only one that I like, unless Marcus makes it. But other than that,
I didn't make it for you because that ain't it. And I'm not a big. I told you I don't really like seafood, but I will.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But I will eat salmon if I make it and I season it a certain way. Like I made salmon. It was Monday because my daughter came over here, and she doesn't like salmon. She loves seafood, but that's the one seafood she don't really care for. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Why yours taste so good?" I'm like, "Because it's all about how you season it."
Mm-hmm.
It is. So
Mike said clam chowder would be great. I don't like chowders either.
I don't like clam chowder. I don't think I've ever had clams though.
I probably haven't had it.
I don't like it. I do like crab legs. I just don't eat them because in Ohio, it's like it's a mortgage payment to get some crab.
I like clam strips. Yeah, he said, yeah. I like clam strips, and they're fried and they're real kind of crispy. I like them more crispy.
Never had
it. No, I don't like chowders. No, I'm not gonna eat it.
Really, David? David said he just ate salmon for the first time 2 weeks ago after saying all his life he don't eat it.
But it's potatoes and cream. But I'm a picky eater, and in my head, some stuff shouldn't touch. And it's because it's called a chowder. I'm like, no, I'm not eating a chowder. No, thank you.
Cream soups, but I don't like seafood like that too. Like
for me, it's because it's called the chowder. You called it anything else. I'm still not gonna eat it. You can't be like, eat this clam soup. I'm gonna be like, no, that's nasty.
Because I like potato soup. My favorite soup probably is broccoli cheddar.
No, I don't like that either.
Oh, I love a broccoli cheddar.
I don't like potato soup. No, chicken noodle vegetable.
I like those too, but those are not like my favorites.
Blue shell crabs, yes.
I've never.
I love salmon. I love raw clam.
Because I've had crab in Baltimore. Don't they do a lot of blue shell crab in Baltimore? I didn't get it as a crab per se. I had dishes with crab in it.
What are you talking about, Lydia?
What I miss? Big boo. Oh, maybe she doesn't like salmon or crab. I don't know. That's just Jasmine.
Okay, I'm trying to get it close so you can see this goes down. This goes down. You can take the weight off.
Yeah, I can't see. Okay, I see it. Well, Mary said that she likes raw.
Wow.
ham.
My best
And-
is 14 dozen in one sitting. Wow, Mary.
Mm-mm. Big boss. She was trying to say big boss. But wait. Oh, she was talking about my husband. I
Oh,
forgot to call him that.
I was like,
Because he
what?
walked by. I'm like, big boss. Oh,
Gina husband.
you know he be wanting to be in the video.
That's what I was like. They both came over here. They was having whole conversations. He in the ice machine. Oh, why do y'all cut up? Why? Me too, Mary. Wow. Y'all too.
Lydia,
I know that's right.
Mona and Felicia are asking about the soup collab. It's almost time for some gumbo. I don't even know if I've ever had gumbo, and I've been to New Orleans.
Mm-mm. It is, Marcus. It's almost time for some gumbo.
Because I don't like seafood like that. I was like, I don't know about y'all putting all that stuff in the soup
He said, all right.
ish situation. But I do like when I was there, what did I get? The jambalaya.
Mm-hmm.
I got some red beans and rice.
Ooh, my favorite.
The first of all, if you've ever been to New Orleans, the portion sizes of the food that you get there and the price point of said food is like, first of all, the price point is amazing. You think that you're getting like a little bit of food, and then you get enough food for two people for that price. I went to one place down in the French Quarter and got catfish, and I got some jambalaya with it and something else. It was 3 big fillets of catfish laid over a whole. It was like a platter-sized plate with fries on the bottom and catfish over top of it. And then it also had a little bowl of the jambalaya and this. I can't remember what the other side was. I was like, who gonna eat all this? Yeah. But I can't be mad at them because you can't say you go somewhere and you don't get your money's worth.
I know
Because
that's right. I know that's right.
they're gonna feed you.
Felicia and Mona, Lydia is gonna email y'all. Rich says, so you do this every Saturday? Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this has been what? It's been a couple months, maybe since July, maybe.
It had to be because I've canned at least 8+ items. I mean, that's 3 of them. And then we did the jam, we did the sauce, we did the chili. It's been a couple months.
Yep, every Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, David, Papado. Yes, I went to Papado for the first time in Texas and liked everything.
I've never been.
Everything.
Man.
Yes, they feed you in the South. You're right. You're right. Mary says, I grew up in an Italian house and Christmas has the 7 fish dinner. I love the competition cooking shows, and Iron Chef did one, and they did the 7 fish dinner. It all depends on who cook it. I'm a picky eater. Mine is who cooked it, what it is, what it's touching.
Oh Lord, you want those food touching people?
Yes, the texture. We went to breakfast this morning and they set us at a little bitty table. And I said, you were at school. And I said, how I'm going to get on my plates on this little table?
See?
Okay, I'll be here to learn every Saturday if that's okay with you. Absolutely. That's what we're here for.
Absolutely.
Gina, has your timer gone off yet?
It's off the burner.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. It hasn't dropped yet though, so
Mine either.
there's that.
We running on time. Look at us.
Yeah.
Was it last week I did the tomatoes? I still would have been peeling tomatoes.
Was that last? No, last week we did chili. It was the week before.
Oh, we
that.
did. Yep, you're right.
Yep. And I still have. I just took another bag of tomatoes into my basement today. I think I have 4 freezer-sized bags down there now. So
Wow.
I have more pasta sauce to make.
I do need to. I think he was fussing at me the other day. I keep saying I need to. That's gonna have to be like a midweek project, though. No, it ain't. 'Cause I gotta go to bed. That's gonna have to be a weekend. I'm gonna have to take a day off work.
I actually had fried lobster. I've never had lobster. Period. Let's start there. And one of my girlfriends, she had a girls' night last night, so a lot of friends came over to her house, and her husband does fish every Friday for himself, so he was making it for himself. But he's not kind of, he is extremely introvert. But I've known them since high school, so I always mess with him. And even for people he knows, he's just very introvert. And so every
Nothing
time
wrong
he
with
walks,
that.
no, I just pick with him. So every time he would walk by, I say, "Is the fish done yet?" And he'd be like, he just laugh and keep going. And so he came in, and one of the ladies that was there, she's like, you spoil. He gonna give you some. I was like, girl, he about to give me none of his food. I don't know why you think he gonna give me something. He come up in there and give me a piece of this
Yep.
lobster tail, and he had made some fried cauliflower nuggets with it. And I was like, don't, how you gonna try to embarrass me in front of all these people? Knowing good well you don't be doing all this when I come around. So I had ate it thinking it was fish. And it was so good though. So good. I was like, I've never had lobster before. So I didn't know. I was asking his wife, like, what is this? And she was like, it's probably catfish, because that's what I think he was making. And I was like, I don't think it's catfish. I didn't think, because I've had catfish before.
I
It
like
was
it
fried
all.
lobster.
Fried
I liked it.
cauliflower, the bomb. Yep, I like it all.
Yes. But I didn't. This was a store bought one. I think they said they get it at GFS.
Okay.
And I'd like to make it myself. I make my own batter for it to coat it, and
Mm-hmm.
put it in the air fryer. It is so freaking good. I have a video on that too. Look, shameless plug.
Oh, you want to know how to do it? Okay, I have a video on it.
There's a video. It might be a year or so back to find it, but
You can find it. It's on my channel.
Yeah, it's in a playlist called recipes. But I used to make them sometimes. To make buffalo wings, I would do Asian style and make a stir fry and put, like, how people eat General Tso chicken with the broccoli and the rice, and
Plug.
yeah, I would do that with the cauliflower.
Mona, was it you? Mona, if you're still here, was it you that was talking about the strawberry lemonade bluebell ice cream? Somebody was talking about that, and I got some today.
Bluebell here. I think we talked about that before. It might have been Mona, because that's a Texas thing. I know you said you get it.
I think for the fish.
Bread fried cauliflower is the best, and so is broccoli. Yes.
I never done fried broccoli, but I have done fried cauliflower.
I like
air
it.
fry it. I like to fry it. She want her popcorn bag.
She's standing there staring at me.
I knew that's who it was. I could tell how you look. I'm like, what? Me?
Just standing there. Yeah, so I tried the bluebell strawberry lemonade ice cream. It was good. I only got the little thing. We ain't got no freezer space, but I will be getting
For
some more.
now.
Yes, I did try it. Now, but we
For
will
now.
be getting
Yeah.
one because I got so many meals that I need to prep.
I think she was just referring to breaded cauliflower where you bread it up, David, and the
Mm-hmm.
bread. And my breading is wet. I don't do
Will
it
you let
dry
Chewy outside, please?
for mine. I take flour,
You changed your pants. That's
season it,
not what you had on
just add
earlier.
a tinge bit of water to it just to try to make it a little
I
loose.
told
And
you.
then you can just take your cauliflower and dredge it in there, and it will coat it all around. I want y'all to stop talking about the ice cream. How about that, Mona?
That's good. I almost
I
ate the
don't
whole
get Bluebell. And I'm her neighbor, and I don't get Bluebell. See how they treat us? They won't come past the border of Indiana and Ohio. Look at him. Where's his brother?
You speak.
right here eating popcorn off the floor.
Mom, his brother passed away.
Right here eating popcorn. He just get carried around everywhere.
Ooh, it's raining.
Mostly because don't nobody want to wait on him because he walked too slow.
It's raining.
David,
Where are you storing your canned foods? Mine are in the basement. Luckily the house came with tons of storage space, so they're all down there. But I do have some up here that I know I'm going to be using frequently.
Come here.
They say you do want to just make sure that it's a constant temperature. It's not fluctuating too hot or too cold, going back and forth. And if at all possible, try to keep it out of light as much as possible. But like I said, I have some here in the kitchen. So
and I have space in my.
it's raining outside.
I am a retired couponer, so my basement is full of stuff from that.
It's raining outside, so he needs his little raincoat on.
Oh, y'all just so. Poor little.
James, why are you putting it upstairs or just right here?
No, just leave him up there, and he'll come up when he gets done. Make sure you don't pee on his sweater.
I pushed it up already.
Thank you.
But yeah, I have a shelf in my office that I keep it on for right now, but it will be going into my basement as well. But even if you don't have a basement, like I said, I have it in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What up, T? Hey, David.
Okay, he's on.
I do know I've seen people get like the book. You do. You have. Did you do a bookshelf?
It did. Mine is just a regular bookshelf, like a bookshelf you would buy at Walmart, or I got it at Target, and I put it together, and I have my jars on the bookshelf. Actually, there's a short on my channel showing it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What Mona say? Plug. But it's just a bookshelf.
I got a cane Corso. Wow. Yeah, it's a big boy.
I love those songs. I never had one, but my mom's neighbor had two.
Wow.
And those, they would get loose sometimes, and they come, because I had, at the time, that's when I had my dog, and I had a black lab, and they would come over there and they'd be trying to, be over there with her. I think people get intimidated by them because they are huge.
Yeah.
Dogs. But they're
Yeah.
friendly.
Are they babies?
I mean, they probably can be vicious, but I didn't have any problem. There's really rarely, I don't think I've ever had a dog that
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I needed to be away from because they were a certain way. I've been around pits. My brother keeps pits all the time. I've never had any interactions with them that have been.
Like I said on your live, Kodak, when we're playing, and I play rough with him, but then his hair will stand up. I'm like, calm it down. Calm it down. And if I ever feel like, he's pushing me too much, I go get the collar. and he
Yeah.
snaps out of it. Like, because usually I play very rough with him. So if
Mm-hmm.
I ever feel like, okay, he's not playing anymore, he's starting to, he must think I'm a toy or something. It's like a kid. I'm like, I can't do nothing with this big old kid. I'm gonna go get the collar. But he a baby. He's supposed to be a guard dog. He saw a cat outside today, and I'm like, Bart, get him. He gonna start whining.
Oh no! And my dog, she wouldn't bust a grape, but unless I'm be in our yard, she
Yeah.
gonna bust out there to get to it, and only just to chase it. It's not to do anything to it.
I'm like, you were supposed to be a guard dog. We learned early. Chewy is not a guard dog. Marcus is gone. I want a guard dog. Okay, let's get this husky. He'll do nothing.
Does he at least bark? That's all Faith did. Her bark for her bark sounded like she was about to tear something up.
He barks at me, like I said, if I'm playing. He likes me to chase him, or I'll like walk by him and jump, and he'll start running around. He'll bark at me, but once I fell asleep on the couch, Marcus came home late. Marcus must have scared him because he ran over to me at the couch.
What? Oh no! Look, we're home.
That's what, like, this is not a guard. I'm gonna need a third dog just to have a guard dog. He ain't doing nothing.
He ain't doing his job.
He's not. What? You can have him trained to guard. He is. I've been really thinking about putting him in school and like a he's halfway trained. I would say he does very good. He knows some tricks. He knows a couple of things. But I want to be able to put him in daycare because he doesn't socialize with other dogs.
Oh Lord.
I want him to socialize, so I want to take him to daycare like once a week.
He don't socialize. Well, I cannot.
He needs to socialize. He needs some friends.
Am I the only one who is like, what?
He does. He's gonna go to daycare.
He does not
once
need
a week.
to socialize with other dogs. So you're creating an issue. If he's socializing with other dogs, he's probably still not going to be the guard dog he needs to be.
You don't want a guard dog. I want a guard dog that when I tell him, he can be a good boy, Felicia. He's a guard dog. She guards you. Sounds like he's a puppy. He is a puppy. He's a big puppy.
But Felicia's right. You don't want no guard dog. Talk about he needs to socialize.
My thing is because we went out of town because, like I said, it's just Chewy. Chewy's old, and Chewy doesn't do anything. Chewy don't do anything, and we went out of town and took him to a like a dog sitter. We got Rover to watch him. And as soon as I took him up to the door, he starts growling and snarling, and I've never seen him act like that. She was used to it and she knew how to handle him, but it's like I had a friend and her grandma passed and she wanted to bring her dog over so I can watch. And I was like, I would love to watch your dog, but I don't trust him around other dogs. So he needs to know, every time you see a dog that's not Chewy, you don't get to just bark and snarl at them because you're going to mess with the wrong dog. So that's why I want him to be around other dogs.
What if somebody tries to break in with their dog? Don't you want Kodak to just viciously attack that everybody?
I do, but he needs to know his boundaries.
Well, he can learn that with cues of like words and like training things that you can do with them. That like it's to know when it's not. That's
to like do the cat today. I was like, get him, Kodak, get him. I'm like, really?
I had a friend who's a guy she was dating at the time. We were in high school. Well, we were right out of high school, but he had a Rottweiler, and the dog's name was Tiny. And so when people would come over, Tiny would come to that door you better be right, or you don't come through
Yeah.
that door. His people say you good.
Mhm.
So I remember I came over there one time to see my friend, and Tiny came to the door. I was like, "Hey, Tiny," because I had been over there before around this dog. But he will stand there until they say, "Oh, it's okay, Tiny," and then he gone back to his room
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
chill. But he had to get the cue that
Yeah.
it was okay for the person who was at the front door to come in.
That's what we're working on. Like when somebody comes to the house, our house is majorly carpeted, and when someone comes up, like the little hallway, the foyer is not carpeted. So I want him to go sit on the carpet so I can open the door and deal with whoever's at the door. Then once they come in the house, if it's my mom, my sister, whoever, once they come in, then you can greet them. You don't get to jump up on them. That's completely different than saying hi.
Yeah.
So we're working on that right now. And like Marcus got pizza today. And he immediately ran to the door and I was like, go. And he sat down. He was like, fine, I'm gonna sit down. Sounds like Kodak's Russian turnover. What's that? A rot?
A rot?
No,
not a rot.
What'd you say, Gita?
Now the one, maybe he's saying rot from what I was talking about. I was talking about a rot. And I've been around lots of rots. They're pretty mild temper unless they have a reason not to be. I mean, I just like I've been around so many breeds of dogs. Great Danes.
I feel like every dog is
Great
like
Danes
that.
as a puppy be taller than a person. I remember I went to the vet with my dog once when she was a puppy, and this Great Dane was younger than her, and she was a puppy. And this thing was tall. I was like, good Lord. And I think they were breeders, the people I saw with it.
Rich said he's got his dog in yesterday or today's video. Okay, I'll have to check that out.
I have to check it out.
My thingy dropped.
Mine hasn't yet. I've been considering getting another dog.
Behind me.
I've been thinking about it. I shouldn't say considering it. See, mine takes longer than hers to come to pressure. It takes longer than hers to take down. I can feel.
Bless you.
I was gonna say bless someone.
Yours is still cooking, Cheryl? Great Danes are big. Yes, they are.
They are, but they're big babies.
Yeah. Philip, come here. You want to say hi? Speak. Speak. Good boy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Give me paw. Good boy. He's good for the most part, but I did last time we went to the vet. That I took him to the vet because when we first got him was during the panini.
Yeah.
And when he was, when he was 6 weeks, we went inside the vet with him. But all the other visits, we never went inside. They came and got him and brought him back out to the car. Well, then I think it was last year was the first time I got to go inside the vet with him since he was a puppy. And she muzzled him. And I'm like, do you always do that? And she was like, yeah. And when she went to cut his nails, and I'm like, and she was like, look, he's 2 years old. He's a husky, so he's already got that stubborn streak in him. But he's 2 years old, and he is a teenage boy. He just doesn't want to listen. He can listen. He knows what you're saying. He just doesn't want to listen.
Interesting.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. I'd never seen a vet muscle.
Well, he was when she was fine. And I partially think too, there was this lady kind of holding him and they almost pushed him back into a corner. I'm like, well, his back is up against the wall, but she was she was fine until she went to clip his nails. And he was like growling at her.
And sometimes, do you cut his nails at all?
Dude, that's
How
what the vet's
often is he
for.
getting them done at the vet?
That's what.
I know, but how often is he getting it done at the vet?
I don't know. I think they do it every time he goes, but I'm not positive.
But he probably doesn't go he's a puppy still, so yeah, he will he go once a year, once or twice a year.
I think once or twice a year. It's probably been about 6 months.
And see the problem with the nails, the reason I ask that is the problem with the nails is if they get too long, when they go to get them cut, it hurts.
Oh, okay.
Which is why they will be, because my lab was like that. Like I had to start, I would go take her to get groomed just to make sure I kept her nails down because
Okay.
if they're not going for regular walks where they're on the concrete and the concrete is kind of scraping the nail down as they're walking,
Gotcha.
because my dog was just always let out in the backyard, so there's nothing really.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they can get too long, and then when they go to cut it, it hurts.
Okay.
So they want to
That
react.
makes sense. That makes
And the
perfect sense.
vets know that. They know
Mm-hmm.
that. So that's probably why they're muzzling them, because they know it's probably
She already know what's about to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
That
phone
was
rang.
what I had to learn when I had mine, because I didn't know that, and she wouldn't let me cut them sometimes. I would cut
Oh.
them. I bought a kit so I could be able to cut them myself at times, but
Mm-hmm. Nope, I've never cut him. Because Chewy goes to the groomers, but he's actually a Shih Tzu, so he should have a long cut. And actually, there's this lady in my mom's neighborhood where the Shih Tzus have those long cut. It has the little ponytail.
mm-hmm.
No, we don't do that. Shave him.
Yeah, he's actually mild tempered for a Shih Tzu. My girlfriend had one, and that little rat, I was like, girl, I cannot.
That's why I'm so protective over Chewy, because I'm like, he not gonna do nothing. He is just as passive as he want to be. So passive. He's a puppy mill rescue, so he knows no fear, no danger. All he wants to do is eat. And I'm like, he's not. He not doing anything. When the kids come over, they're like, Chewy bit me. Chewy did not bite you.
Mm-hmm.
Chewy doesn't have teeth. If Chewy licked you, it's because you have food on your fingers. Go wash your hands. But he did not bite you. Chewy doesn't bite.
Yeah. It sounds like it might be about to drop. It still hasn't.
Gina, you gotta leave it alone.
I have what?
I said you gotta leave it alone.
I know. I was trying to see if it was any. I need to stop touching it. I was like, it didn't seem like it had, I couldn't hear any steam at all.
Uh-huh. Did any steam come out? Was there not any in there?
Yeah, it was something in there. That's why I thought you told me I got to leave it alone, because I touched it. I thought you heard it.
I heard it. I was like, what is she doing?
I touched the weight, and it was like,
Felicia said, every week, same thing, Gina.
I'm like, we got the same freaking canner. Why does mine not do the same thing hers does? I get that hers is well loved and it's not brand new and whatever. Do I need to break this in more?
You got to break it in.
I need to have conversations off camera with the canner so that it knows what it. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna start doing. We're gonna talk before every week. We're gonna talk
before every week. Look, don't you get out here and show out. Act like you got some sense.
Ask for nothing. When we go in this store. Yesterday I was playing, when I was at my friend's house for the girls' night, we was playing culture tags. I said, I am such a mama, because I got all the mama references. It was like, one of them was something that your mom would say. And the letters were, because they give you, I don't know if you've ever seen the game, but it just gives you letters, and you got to figure out what those letters is in a statement. And the letters was FYF. So the clue we got was, this is something that your mama might say. And I forget what we were talking about. I think we were talking about like if you came home with a bad report card, you got in trouble. And the FYF is what your mama would say. That's right, Felicia. I was right on it too. I was like, fix your face.
I was like, what is it?
Fix your face right now. I am such a mama.
Rich says, oh, it's steaming. So in the pressure canner, the pressure builds up and you don't want to mess with it until the pressure releases. And Gina gets impatient. So when she went to mess with it, you could hear the steam coming out. And that's when we were like, Gina, go sit down. So hers was steaming. In a normal process, it should not have done that.
I don't think anybody asked that. Oh, yes. Rich, why you have to ask? Okay, I'm gonna let you ask.
David talking about the muzzle. I think you might be behind, David. Hi, Miss Shirley.
Hey, Miss Shirley. Now you done got me in trouble, Rich. I was over here trying to sneak. No, I should have left it alone. What happens is, oh, it dropped. It dropped. Okay. Right. What happens is, so the weight that's on it when when you take it off the heat, it will begin to depressure on its own, and you're supposed to let it completely depressure. And what happens is this vent that came up when it came to pressure will then drop. I was like, why is Tia's ready and mine isn't? So I started messing with it. So you good. I'm just picking with you. So let me open it and just kind of cock the lid to the side to allow for it to kind of slowly kind of let the outside air mix in with what's going on in that pot. That's kind of why Tia waited a little bit before she took it out, because you're going to be taking very, very, very hot jars out of a hot pot into your regular temperature of your home. And like right now, it's still summer-ish, so the air is on in my house. It's not cold in here, but it's about 71 degrees or so in here. I did 10 height-size jars, and I'll show you it when I pull it out. You know how I do, Felicia. I put them in before we started because I wanted to make sure that mine didn't run over. Us just waiting for mine to come to pressure and all the things. So I started it before.
I actually just turned my broth back on because I still got a little bit of broth in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out. So right now I'm looking at 21 quarts. And I bet I can get about 2 or 3 more.
I don't go through that much broth in a year.
Yes.
But that's because I use broth from certain stuff that I'm cooking too. So I don't add.
Oh, yeah, you do that.
Like you said, with your dressing, you use it for that. I use my turkey broth because I have broth. And then I even keep the leftover broth.
Yeah.
My turkey.
I need to start doing that.
I keep the veggies too. I take the celery and the carrots that are left over because we eat that too because it'd be so good because it's set in that brine of that. Anyway, I save all that in a freezer bag, and then whenever I'm making certain stuff, I might pull it out and dump that in there. I also noticed something that you didn't use in your broth, and I also did not use it in mine. What didn't you put in your broth?
Carrot, celery, onion, tomato, pepper, bay leaves, salt.
Salt wasn't in the recipe. You added salt.
Oh, it wasn't?
Time was.
I'm not putting that in there.
I didn't put it in mine either. I like thyme, and I actually use it when I make my turkey at Thanksgiving. I don't really like turkey. Let me start there. I make turkey for my
Garlic,
family.
yeah, put garlic is fine.
Oh yeah, you got. Listen, if I could have added extra garlic, I would have. I love garlic.
I do too. I know the
I
recipe says
yeah.
turnips. I'm like, oh,
Oh, I
no,
didn't see that.
yeah, because I scratched it out.
I did see that.
I'm not doing it. I told you I'd be writing in my book.
Why would you put turnips in it anyway?
That's what I'm saying.
By the way, that made me think about something. If David, if you still in here, I dropped my seeds today for my red mustards. Because David had a short where he had harvested some red mustard leaves. And I was like, dang, I need to do that. I need to grow some red mustards. And I dropped my seeds today.
So Rich says, oh, those are the big jars. Yes, I have quarts. Felicia said she got stock this week. Buy one, get one. Gina, Felicia says, not even smoked turkey, question mark. And sure, I only do time in actual eating. Do you like smoked turkey, Gina? I don't think you do you?
I like it for cooking things. So I will cook my beans with smoked turkey, or like greens with smoked turkey, because my husband doesn't eat pork. But I just, smoked turkey is probably, I will say I like that better. The reason I don't like turkey is, to me, it just has a weird kind of taste to it a lot of times.
Really?
And especially to heat it up. Ugh. Ugh.
I feel like smoked turkey tastes like ham. I feel like it does.
I think I can do smoked turkey better, because I have some smoked turkey in my fridge right now, because I've been saying I'm going to make those red beans and
oh yeah.
So I bought this smoked turkey thigh that I need to throw in my either my pressure cooker or my slow cooker. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I actually have two of them. I have one in my freezer and one in the fridge. So I will cook with it for like I said, beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes.
Rich said, I got a question. Do we use seasoning with chicken next? It's really going to be a personal preference. I've said that I don't use a lot of seasoning when canning, because I feel like when you take it out, that seasoning does not stick to it. Gina says she's going to keep hers more of a blank slate. That way she can use it for different things. Okay, Gina, I see
you. This ring light be killing how things show up. But one thing I noticed is I don't see siphoning in my canner. Like I know sometimes, I'll be like, I can see that most of the juices came out. I don't see that with this one, and it looks like I didn't lose any headspace.
Good job.
I'm excited about that.
You did that. But I think I'm just gonna season with some salt and pepper. That way I can use it for more stuff later down the line. I do. Okay. Gina, you from the Souf, SOUF?
The South. Who said that? David. Yeah, he said the South. No. I am from Ohio, born and raised. My
I heard that.
Side is from West Virginia, but my mom's side is from Ohio.
Mona says she dropped some red mustards too. Everybody's seeing Gina. That looks good.
Thank you.
Felicia wants to know, why does it look white?
It looks it's looking white because of my ring light, honestly, Felicia. But the color of it looks like the first batch that Tia did.
And also, I had it once where I did chicken broth, and one of them I let slow simmer for the 2 hours, and another one I kept at a rapid boil. and those were different colors. The slow simmer was white, was lighter in color, and actually it's kind of more similar to the one in the store bought ones, but it had a milder taste. So usually, kind of depending when I'm doing how I do my heat, it also depends on the color too.
Yeah. These to me look just like your first batch. But it's not. It looks like it's
I can see now that you've got them back there, the color shows up more. Yeah, it was your ring light.
I can tell it is when I'm trying to show y'all anything. I'm like, ugh. Even though I love the ring light because it helps you see me better, but it doesn't help you see anything else. Let's see if these things start popping and sealing. Wow.
David says that's not turkey bacon. What part of the turkey is that pink meat from? I don't think it was pink. I think it was, like she said, it was the
camera.
That camera.
I'll show
it
you. It
cast the light on it.
Yeah. Give me a second. That was smoked turkey, David. That was see. Let me see if I can get it close and it focus. It's a smoked turkey thigh. So, does that look better? Was that you or me?
That was you.
I just heard one seal. That might have been me. Yep, that was me. So, by the way, Rich, after you, excuse me, after you take your jars out, you want to put them on something. You don't want them to go directly on your counter or stove. So put down like a towel or something to sit the jars on, and you will hear them seal. So when they seal, it most times you'll hear a pop. Sometimes you'll hear it right away. So I have 10 jars there, and I only heard one pop so far. And sometimes I've gone to bed without all of them being popped, and then I wake up in the morning and all of them will be sealed. If you guys just, I was gonna say another one just sealed. Another one just sealed. So they going off.
I heard all of them.
But if time goes by and they haven't sealed, sometimes it just takes it a little while. You don't have to stand over it and watch them. I have actually had where when we did pasta sauce, one of mine never sealed. And I reprocessed it and it still didn't seal. So I just was like, you know what? I'm going to end up cooking with it. I just put it in my fridge. But all my other ones sealed up.
Rich, remind us, have you ever canned anything before? Because like Gina said, you're going to want a towel or something to put it on. You don't want it to go on the cold surface. You're going to want something to grab that hot jar out of the canner with. It's too hot for your hands. Trying to think of any absolute must. I think you can definitely get away without a funnel. So if you don't hear them,
I have a funnel, but I didn't use it today.
So he says, so if you don't hear them, where did it go? It went away. Then how you know if they're sealed. So you want to let them sit for at least 12 to 24 hours. If it's your first time or anything like that, go ahead and let it sit for a full 24 hours. When you check it the next morning, so like tomorrow, if I check mine, even though it's not been 24 hours, but if I check mine, when they seal,
okay,
yep, you can hear it.
Well, even if you don't hear it, you'll be able to see it. The top that Tia has, it has like a little hump at the top. When it seals, it sucks that hump down, and it's going to be.
And
flat.
you can also
I was gonna say it's hard for me to show because my light is like.
I'll show you. So this has just been dehydrated. This is not a canning anything. And then this one,
There go another one.
I heard that. That was loud. But you can tap them. So this one is down, so it's like it's been sealed. And then this one has not been sealed. So that's one way too. They sound different. And like I said, you can also see this one is up, this one is down. And then what I will do too, as an extra step, especially if it's something starchy, if it's tomato sauce, anything like that where I know it's going to it could be sticky, try to lift it. If it comes off, it's not sealed. If it's within that 24 hours, you can reprocess it. Go ahead and get a new ring, clean it and everything. You can reprocess it if it's within those 24 hours, or just stick it in the refrigerator. Usually I'll give them to somebody. You want these? Put them in the fridge. But yep, real easy peasy.
Wow. And what I
Fruit
do
water bath, steam canning. I did pineapple challenge with. Okay, look at you.
What I do sometimes too is I will try to lift it just by the ring, because if it's the weight of this jar, if it's not sealed good, it's going to come away.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm not holding anything but the ring right now.
Yep.
And like she said, sometimes I'll just go and just kind of try to lift it. When I open my jars that are sealed, I can't open it with my hand.
I cannot open them with my hand. I have to get a jar opener, or I gotta hit them up.
Yeah.
I have 7 more minutes.
Okay, Michelle. I always have to get something up underneath there and get it open.
Center of the lid has a hump.
It does have a hump before it seals, David.
Mm-hmm. And you're not always going to hear them. Like Gina's, I don't know what Gina got going over there, all them pops.
That's just today.
Nothing.
Sometimes it's not till the next day when I get up in the morning. I walk by and I look and I'm like, oh, they all sealed. Okay.
Yep, that's all I do. Mm-hmm. And try your hardest not to touch them, not to mess with them until at least those 24 hours have passed, because you could be giving yourself a false seal. And I know I be wanting to touch them because they be pretty, but you don't want to give yourself a false seal where it's down, but it hasn't sealed. So you can still let in contaminants and air's getting in. So you're going to get mold and yeast and all that stuff in there. Don't touch it. Just let it be. Let it do its thing. Trust the process.
Yep, what you said, David. It presses inward when it seals.
That's the vacuum sucking all that air out.
So you tell us about such yours. You already have it, or you just ordered all that just now, Rich? I got to get more jars. I have one more case, one more 12-pack of jars, and then I have like another pack of half pints. I have one 12-pack of pints, a half pack, another pack of half pints, a few random of other sizes, and I have a few random pints, but not enough.
Mike said he did. He just made zucchini bread. I think, Mona, did you do a banana bread or was it zucchini bread? I saw it pop up and I'm like, I gotta watch it.
It was zucchini bread.
Zucchini.
I don't think I did a video though. I didn't do a video. Sorry guys, I did do zucchini bread though, and I did it from zucchini out of my garden. Yeah, and it was delicious. My husband actually really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was shocked because I cut back on the sugar a little bit on it, and he really liked it. And by the way, somebody mentioned turkey bacon. Ugh, I don't like it. My husband eats it because he don't eat pork. I didn't say I didn't eat pork. Just by the way, in case y'all was wondering.
David said lift with butter knife. You know what? I can't do that with the butter knife. I have cut my knuckles because the knife slipped, and I don't do that anymore.
I might take a fork. I might take a spoon. I take whatever I get my hands on quickest and just.
I got a can opener. Because I think I got a can opener the last time I bust them knuckles open trying to open
And
something.
I have can openers and the like bottle openers. I don't even think
Yeah,
we
it's
use
a bottle open. We only have one. I try to keep it in the same spot. And I'm like, where is my purple? Of course, it's purple. Where is my purple bottle opener? Because I can't open this without it.
See, I think all of mine popped though. I look back
Mhm.
there; they look like they all have.
Good,
I
good.
love banana bread too. She made banana bread.
Okay.
I
I
let me
I'm
see.
not gonna keep y'all while I can this second batch.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Oh,
They
you
probably like, she's trying to keep
talking
us
about
on.
the second. You on your fourth batch.
Yeah, that'd be my fourth batch.
Definitely need the bigger canner.
That's what I'm saying. I could have been done by now. I'm
Yes.
if I find one, best believe I will have that big canner
But
next
you
week.
can find it because I think Rich found it and he done bought his whole setup. Let's see. I have it all for like, oh, didn't know how to use it. He's had it for a year. I
Wow.
can judge you because I had mine in a box by my door for months. For months before I took it out that box. So now you know what to do with it. Now you can come over here and wish,
Yep.
Tia, I've got a whole playlist of candy stuff. But come over here for a couple, sessions, get your feet wet, and then you could just go through that playlist and be like, oh,
Yeah.
I want to make this, I want
I
to
think
make
it's
this.
got a little bit of everything. Tia, get started. I'm just sitting here. I can hang. Okay. Love the chat. This is fun. Banana bread, the best. Didn't like the banana. I have never made banana bread.
I have,
Boys.
and I love it, and I love bananas too. But I get it. David. I didn't eat bell peppers forever because I told myself I didn't like them because I don't like onions. So I was like, I don't like bell peppers either. And I love bell peppers. I could just slice up a bell pepper and eat it. I love it. So as an adult, I was like, I'm gonna try it again. I tried onion again too, and still no, it's no bueno for me.
Still don't like it.
It's a no bueno for me. I like the flavor it gives stuff. I like the onion flavor. I don't like the texture of onion. Like when you bite into it, all that juice is, ugh, ugh. I don't want it. So yeah, but I do like it too. Yeah, they do have. Yes, they have an opener for drawers. Uh, I had one on this can opener. I don't like electric can openers, so I buy handheld ones, and this one has an opener on it. But I have actual just a jar. It's like a bottle, like the kind you use for a bottle as well, like a beer bottle or something. But I just listen. I use whatever. I'm like Mona. If I got a butter knife, I'm gonna pop it. If I got a spoon, I'm gonna pop it. If I got a fork, scissors, only thing won't pop it is my hand. I've been done tore my hand up trying to get that thing to pop. Y'all might be related, David. I heard y'all talking about having a family in Ohio too. I'm in Dayton, Ohio, but I also have family in Cleveland, Ohio, that have been there for forever. Um, so yeah, and like I said, my I know for sure my dad, his side is from, well, my grandfather's side is from West Virginia, but as far back as I've been able to look, I mean, like if I go really, really, really far back in my family tree, which I have done a whole family tree thing that goes really, really back. Yeah, they've been in West Virginia, but we've been in Ohio for wait, just a very, very long time. Very, very long time. Why, Miss Shirley? Who came up with turkey bacon? Like, why? Bacon is bacon. Um, Soft bell peppers are the bomb. Yes. I just like them. I could put them in just about anything. I like bell peppers. I like them cooked or raw, both ways. And I'm growing a lot of them just because I would prefer the ones that I'm growing because well, after I had one out of the garden, I didn't want the store stuff anymore. No fake bacon. No fake bacon. Awesome, Cheryl. So now it's about you on the downturn of it. Tia just getting her last set of jars into her canner. I was just so happy I didn't have any siphoning this time. So my water is still clear. Um, but sometimes it seems like mostly every time I had like a little bit of the juices from whatever I was eating kind of spill into the siphon out a little bit into the water. Oh, they sell a jarring kit that has an opener. Huh. I don't know. Learning to grow my own. You know, I need to go and catch up on your videos. You don't know I've been over there because I always try to drop comments and when I watch people's videos. Um, my pep, I guess everybody's peppers took off this year. I agree. My peppers, I'm not pulling my plants because they are still loaded. I have every one of my pepper plants has peppers. Every one of them. I went and harvested peppers today. I sliced up the peppers that I use for my vegetable broth came out of my garden. My tomatoes I put in my broth came out of my garden. My onions did not, but they could have because I have some onions that are out of my garden. But yeah, I think that was it that came out of the garden. But I have all kind of bell peppers and jalapenos, serranos. I have 3 habanero plants that are so loaded with peppers. Scotch bonnets. Um, what else do I have out there? The hot banana, and then I have pepperoncinis, cubanelle. There's just so many different, and they're all growing. And I'm like, I'm not pulling my plants out. I cut back on mine, David. I haven't had to buy tomatoes or peppers or onions. I did have to go buy carrots and celery today, although I did grow some calories this year. But I didn't plant that many because I didn't know if I could grow them or not. So I'm going to plant some up for the fall. Ooh, um, this month after a heat wave, they growing. I guess so, because mine did good all summer, but it has been like crazy since our weather has kind of mounted up. So that could be what's going on learning to grow. And you might be in my grow zone too. What grow zone are you in? I'm in 6A. Well, how are we going to keep you company while you can't? Oh, you're talking to we got notes. Yes.
All right.
Here's okay. Save.
But Miss Gina, I am not gonna keep you. We've been
All
on
right.
here 2.5. You said, all right, bye.
No, no. You look, girl. This is my first year.
I would. I gotta do tomatoes
I
with my.
forgot you said this is Rich's first year gardening. I forgot he said that before. That's a lot of videos. 35 in your first year of
That is a
gardening?
lot. That
I
is a
don't know.
lot.
I've done 35 videos this gardening season. I guess if you count shorts, maybe.
I know that's right. Who said something about cutting back on the grocery bill? I know that's right.
Yeah, he was asking if Miss Shirley if she knows the difference. I don't know to say I've noticed a huge difference because I've been trying to stock up on meats, which meats are just really expensive right now.
Yeah, you're right.
And David, you could ship me some of that beef you got going on over there, or some chicken or something. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. 6B. All right. It's still pretty close to mine. But yeah. See, Tia, no, Tia's a night owl. I am not.
I am.
That's why she's not going to keep you, because see, I would be in bed right now, y'all. Listen.
That's like the missed call when I got up. It was a missed call this morning, and I
know.
Who is?
It wasn't for nothing. It wasn't about nothing. We weren't talking about nothing.
And when I called back, I was all up under the covers.
And then I saw that you called back. I was like, how did I know she called back? It was because I think I was talking to Destiny at that time. No,
Yeah.
I don't know what I was doing.
Talking.
Lydia had found her a craft store. Never called me back. We were supposed to do art together. It never happened.
Night owls unite. I know that's right. I have no problem staying up, doing stuff. Just stuff.
Listen. Only reason why I got clothes on right now is because of this. That would have been a thing. Get this off of me.
I was going in the morning. Good morning. Good morning.
I am. I'm a morning person because I go to sleep. I'm a morning person. So when I wake up,
hi.
This is me, y'all. I'll be like, good morning. How are you today? Let's go.
What's my shirt say? Sorry for what I said before coffee.
No, she not.
You're right.
What kind of chicken sifting? Did I miss something?
I might have to take a drive to Dallas for some chicken. That's what Mona said.
Oh, he's asking Mona sifting. Yeah, duh.
Whatever kind you got, she said. I could hear her saying that too.
Mm-mm.
Felicia said, "Not sorry. You're right.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I have an employee that's like that. If her office is right next to mine, and I'm like, don't talk to me until you've had your coffee because you're not a nice person.
I got in late one day this week, and the guy, my team lead, he saw me walk in. We made eye contact. He saw me walk in and go sit down. He gonna come to the office. So how's your morning? And I'm like, are we gonna talk all morning? Are we just gonna have a conversation?
Ask one question. She is not a morning person.
I did. I slumped down in my seat. I'm like, why? Why? You just saw me. It's not like sometimes I get there early. It's not like I've been here early and I had time to process. You just saw me. You already know what kind of night I had. You know I'm tired. Marcus will call because he'll see that I haven't left the house yet. And he'll be like, is everything all right? You feeling all right? I'm tired.
My oldest
I don't want to go to work
all the time. I don't understand. She is never, Destiny has never been a morning person.
Yep.
I can remember taking her to preschool at 3 years old, and the kids would be all excited. They'd be like, Destiny, oh my gosh. And they walk up to her and hug her, and she would stand there like, why are y'all even talking and touching me at this hour of the day?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Destiny, say good morning. Good morning. I'm like, girl, she never changed. She is still that way to this day. And I'm like,
when I have new employees start, I have to tell them I am not a morning person. I don't mean anything by it, but my brain is not working. I'm on auto drive right now. I'm just here. Like, just don't take it personal if I roll my eyes at you.
Nope. I wake up, the birds are chirping, the sun is shining. Good morning.
No. Felicia said, when I was working, people would apologize for calling me before 10. I know that's right.
Okay, I do have a few rules. I ain't gonna act like I don't have no rules. No. I don't want to be interact too much between certain hours. So after 10 in the evening is usually my cutoff, and before 10 in the morning. Kind of let me have some time. But I'm not going to be mean, but I still kind of do like to have that time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
not mean unless you overly sensitive. Then that's just on you.
No, I haven't seen it. I think she might give me a pass a little bit. If you get a chance, check out the channel. It's happening. Don't worry about that.
Definitely, yes.
I'm gonna have a chance. I'll be over there.
Yes, I will.
I'm gonna have a chance. I'm
not mean. I just don't engage that part. I can function. Like I said, I'm on autopilot. But don't be asking me questions where I got to think.
I'm just picking with y'all, just because I am a morning person.
I know that's right.
They need to give us credit for them, then, David. If they get more into it, they need to give me some view time for my shorts. I'm just saying.
That part.
I've done a short every day this week, or every day this month so far. I think I'm the only one who did it to that goal. What'd you say?
Miss Shirley said, I fall asleep on people during the day. Don't get mad. You know I work nights.
Hey, my daughter works third just because she's not a morning person. So she don't want to have to get up in the morning and go to nobody's job.
Yep.
So she works in a hospital. So yeah, she works third.
Marcus says that if he can choose what shift he's driving, he likes to drive at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like there's nobody on the road.
I told her at the time, I don't know how she do it. The only reason why she probably don't fall asleep because it's a hospital. She works in the lab, so she's going to be running tests all day because people are going to the hospital. But I cannot do third shift. But she literally specifically goes into jobs like, if y'all don't have a third shift position, don't call me. Just don't call me.
I don't want it.
I can't do it. I don't want it. I'm like, how? Whose child are you? She was switched at birth. I was giving somebody else's baby.
Mimi is the same way as I am. This morning, she had to get up and go to school. And I was like, she's just grumpy. And Marcus, well, what's wrong? What's wrong? Did you talk to her? She just woke up. She had no coffee.
But at least you can understand it because she's like you are.
Yeah.
She ain't like me. I don't know why she like that. She's like, I don't know why you get up and you just be happy. I don't know how you do that. I'm like, girl, choose happy.
Felicia said, I'm actually a morning person. I'm not a people person, especially in the morning.
I like it.
I said it's not that I'm a morning person. It's
What up, GT?
If I go to sleep right now, hey GT, how are you? If I go to sleep right now and I wake up, I'm gonna wake up so hard. I just need to like let me function. Let me wake up. So it's not morning. I'll just be tired.
Mm-hmm.
Hey GT, you still at work? I think you said you was working. My stuff has been venting.
I didn't know you had a meanwhile kumquat sifting.
What'd you say, Gina?
Mona's over there holding out for real, for real. She got a kumquat.
Mona, I like the way you fed that plant.
She
Put
got
it right in there.
right in there. Over there doing all the things. All she let me see is a blanket.
All the
All I was able to see, Mona, was a blanket. And now you done exposed all this gardening happening. I'm just teasing.
I want a media so bad. I want a media so bad. What is that, Miss Shirley? GT says, yep, still at work. Laugh out loud. I know that's right, Mona. I've been watching all these videos. Like, wait. Hold up.
Listen.
Thank you, Miss Felicia, for dropping all those links. Appreciate it. So if anyone is just joining, you are not obligated to stay with me. Our canning session is done. I just had a little bit more that I needed to can up, and Miss Felicia's up. I'm up, so we gonna be up. But don't feel obligated. I appreciate you all for staying with me this long. Spell check messed it up. Kumquat.
I know what she was saying.
I didn't. I got pineapples growing too. Now, Mona, you know I don't know much about gardening, but I do know enough to know that those aren't the easiest things to grow. Start timer for 35 minutes.
Yours be so quick. Every time.
What'd you say, Gina?
Yours come to pressure so quick. Every time.
And I think too, because I also have my water, like my water is already right there at boiling. When you put your stuff,
might be
it is. I don't know yet. I'm trying.
So this is all my veggies. I'm putting this in the freezer.
Okay.
All the veggies. I feel like it's going to be good for something.
Cheryl said, I got 10 minutes or 10 free cooker cool. I got 2 years. Wow, it takes 2 years to grow a pineapple. I think my pineapple is dead. I will do my tomatoes tomorrow.
Who is that?
I have
Who's growing pineapple?
Mona.
I have a pineapple plant in my garden, but I don't I'm not going to get pineapple this year because I just started it this year, but I don't know if it's going to make it in this Ohio weather.
Yeah.
I'm taking y'all back into my office because this laptop needs to be plugged in.
Is that the veg stock in them jars on the side? GT, let me show you. 21 quarts of veg broth, and I have 2.5 in the canner. So I will end up with 20. What was that? I can't do the math. 23 and a half quarts of veg broth.
Girl, you got a lot.
How long does it stay good for? I'm gonna tell you right now, I would be surprised if all those jars last to next year. If they were just sitting on the shelf, they could go good. What'd you say?
They ain't gonna make it through December?
I can't guarantee it.
Girl.
I can't guarantee it. I can, because I've done like 2 batches and I end up having to do it again. So this is 3.5 batches. How long would I say good for? Though on the shelf, Boss says 18 months. I've opened my jars after 2 years. I've heard of people going longer than that, but mine don't last that long because we gonna eat it. I need to be a sampler for you too. Good for more than a year. Yes, they will stay good for more than a year. Definitely. Like I said, Ball guarantees theirs if you do it correctly for 18 months. But I've seen people open theirs up to 3 years. I did open, I think, some tomatoes that for me that were from 2020. And what did I use them for? Did I use them for the chili? I think I used them for the chili, and they were fine.
What's that? What'd you use for the chili?
My tomatoes.
Yeah.
This is up, TT.
I mean gummy worms, by the way.
For real, you have to bring in during the winter. Oh, those pineapple plants.
Mm-hmm.
You got to bring them in.
I definitely was. Mona's in Texas, and she talking about hers survived the freeze. And I know y'all got ice or whatever in Texas last year. I know y'all got it bad in some places, but y'all in Texas. But mine is living so far. I'm probably going to bring it in though for the winter. There's no way it's going to survive.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you were saying you still have so many peppers out there, and I was looking at mine today too. Like, shouldn't these be done by now?
I know. I have probably close to 30 plants total out there.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow.
But I wanted a lot of bell peppers, so I don't have 30 bell pepper plants.
I have not gotten any. I got bell peppers out there, but they're not big enough. I haven't gotten any bell peppers yet. They still.
The only kind to ever eat GT Albanese. There's no other kind. Don't waste your money. Get the Albanese.
I don't know. I do like Black Forest.
They're good, but the Albanese are still better.
I have one of those half-gallon jars in my office, and it's filled with Black Forest and Albany. And I just keep topping it off.
Well, my newest candy favorite is these. And that's not
Mimi loves those.
I don't really like Sour Patch Kids, but these are the watermelon ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they played too much when they came out with
Mimi loves those.
That's the only one I like is these watermelon ones because they're not sour. Mm-hmm. I don't like sour stuff.
Felicia says, and they're not talking to me, mine gonna die. I'm gonna leave them out there. Are you going to bring any peppers in over the winter?
I've seen where people do that. I don't have time for that. I'll go more next year.
I'm not doing that.
No.
I don't have a safe place.
And I already got so many nets from just growing starts. I don't want to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to get nets out of my house.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have so many of them from just doing starts. Tried it. I never tried to try that Sour Patch gum.
I haven't either.
You only got 2 bell peppers so far, Mike. I've had quite a bit.
I haven't gotten any.
Purple and my green. I've had quite a bit. And every plant out there has peppers on it right now.
That's all. Yeah, that's all I did get some okra.
David, you in Texas. I'm in Ohio. You think it can make it if I just cover it? I have a 4x4 like greenhouse thingy. If you think it can, I'll try it. I ain't gonna cut it down though if I have to do that.
I don't think so, Gina.
I don't either, because they said this year our winter is going to be really, really.
I know what kind of winter you have. I do no. You can try it as an experiment, but I don't think so.
Up in the windowsill.
I will just save the seeds and start over in house before spring.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
I have watermelon still growing. I do too.
Already, I still have watermelon. You know what, Tia? Every time you say it, I be like, Tia grow.
I was looking out the window today. I was like, is it still there? Yep, I got it.
Every time you say it, it has to compute how you have water.
I don't have watermelon growing. I did not plant any watermelon.
She growing. She just didn't plant it.
I have some growing. My neighbor with the chain link fence has a watermelon coming through the fence. It's about that big. But you see the way they garden is set up, they don't know it's back there. It's mine now. And like I said, I looked through the window today. I was like, is it still? Yep.
There's no way they're going to notice it. When you showed it to me, I was like, oh, yeah, that's your watermelon. They're not going to notice it if it was growing from mine.
I think I'm going to do a video of it because I was looking at the rest of their garden because I was like, well, I want to make sure I'm not going to take their only water. I ain't going to give it to them. But,
well.
But no, yeah.
The part. We grew some good watermelon, girl.
I'm gonna do a short and everything.
Right. Hey, did y'all water those melons? I need to make sure my watermelon is okay.
And it's right outside of Kodak's grass too. Like he's here, it is here. It's right outside. So I mean,
Felicia, it's all up on her property. It is. It really is. You know how they vine, and it happens to be growing on the end, that vined in through her side completely. It's not like it's barely over. No, it's over there.
And I told you, I've been watching it since some flowers started blooming because I knew. And then I would try to walk by, but not look like I was looking because I didn't want to call attention to it. And they'd be like, well, what's she looking at? So I would try to walk by. What we got going on.
Right.
56 degrees here. Wow. No, that's bundle up. Winter's here. Yeah. Winter is coming. Winter is here.
Do you have time to get any fall crops, GT? Before it gets way too cold.
I got watermelon.
You got watermelon, Cheryl? Did you do sugar babies or what kind did you do? I'm hoping I get at least one yellow watermelon. So far, I haven't.
Sugar babies, golden royals. Yeah, mono cream.
I'm talking to David about what you got. David got everything over there.
GT said nope.
Have you seen his shorts when he harvested? I
did not.
Huge.
Wow. Clemson.
They could be doing it. Y'all better be over there checking him out. He's over there.
A little bit of everything. We doing a little bit of everything.
He's growing everything over there.
Like Mona.
Mm-hmm. And he ain't gonna keep you long. He gonna show you real quick what he got because he does it mostly in shorts. Come on over and check it out. A quick short. I won't hold you long. I won't be before you long. That's what the pastors always say when they got about to talk for an hour.
Wow. I got a volunteer watermelon and a cantaloupe almost ready to eat. I want some cantaloupe. See, I don't really like watermelon that much, but the watermelon out in the garden, I'm going to enjoy it. But I love some cantaloupe.
I grew cantaloupe as well. I had one cantaloupe that turned out. I only had 3 grow.
Uh-huh.
One of them ended up, some got to it. The other one, I think I might have harvested just a tinge too soon because it was not sweet. It smelled and everything like cantaloupe, but it wasn't sweet. The last one was just right. It was like Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. But yes,
Goldilocks and the 3
because the last one was just right.
How long we been canning? So we went live. We are going up on 2 hours and 48 minutes. But right now we done canning. We just chit chatting. Gina about to fall asleep.
I'm up. That's why I'm eating sugar. Look, the sugar is keeping me awake. I finished my Pepsi. Now I'm drinking some water.
It don't take all day. That's great. OG. Who's OG?
And she's on her second batch of vegetable broth. We both finished our first batches. Well,
yes,
I only did
this only took 35 minutes. So this is my second one, and that's my last one for tonight. And then I'm done. But I got started during your live, Gina. I had the earbuds in, and I was listening to you. So I've been canning since then.
See?
Is Cheryl finished? Yes, she should be. Her 10 minutes should be over by now.
I promise y'all, every time y'all say where your subscriber count is, I be shocked. Miss Shirley is at 250.
Yes.
I be thinking y'all already like out of here. That's awesome though, Miss Shirley. That's awesome.
It. 35 minutes isn't a lot. No, not for this. Everything has a different time. This particular one is 35 minutes, and that's not a lot at all.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad at all. Wait time is mostly just waiting for the pressure to rise and fall.
Mm-hmm.
It's still coming down. Okay. You and Gina got them hot canners.
Ours are newer though. Cheryl got hers this year.
True. But you know what? I was looking at mine today, and I was like, I think I should, just to be on the safe side, I should take it to the extension office. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. So if I do, I will do a video.
Season. It knows what it. I mean, you done been working with it for a long time.
It knows what it's here to do.
It knows what it's here to do.
My canner understood the assignment.
It understands the assignment. So I need to start talking to mine before we go to the kitchen. We got to warm it up. Look. You know what we gonna do today? I had to do it like I do my daughter. I had to start telling her stuff beforehand, or else she might not go well. So I start putting in the atmosphere. So next weekend, you know, we're gonna be canning. Okay, a couple days later. Now don't forget, this weekend we're gonna be canning. Then I had to do that with my youngest one because I can't throw last minute stuff on her. That don't work for her.
Yeah, I would do that with Mimi. You gotta get ready for bed in an hour. Mm-hmm. You gotta get ready for bed in a half hour. Mm-hmm. You was supposed to be asleep 3 hours ago.
Mm-hmm. Wow, cantaloupe larger than the. But you know what? I think I stunted the size of my cantaloupe because I grew out of a grow bag, and I don't think I'm going to do that next year.
What is Miss Cheryl canning? She canned What she can the pot roast with the peppers and onions?
She did. Yeah, she did beef chunks with peppers and onions. Yeah. And
My
I think
son was over here talking about it smells good. You putting food in jars?
David, you at 3:30. Lord, I be thinking y'all already. We got to get y'all to at least get y'all community tab.
Yes. I'm gonna have to share out some of those videos.
Mm-hmm. David, you got to do some more videos. I mean, you do have some. I could go back on the old ones and share them out. But we need something. We need a video because of the
Yeah,
shorts.
you won't let you share shorts.
Yeah, I was like, I can't share the shorts. But Shirley got some videos, some newer videos I could share out.
David said it's about the stove as well, ladies.
I believe that. I'm glad you said that. Even though both Tia and I have flat top electric stoves, but we don't have the exact same flat top electric stove. Probably don't even have the same brand. So, but I believe that because I remember I said that one time. I was like, I wonder if it's a stove I got. I wanted a.
And you know what? My old stove took forever. That's why we got the electric canner. Because even just to do the water bath canner, it just took. I would have to start boiling the water in the morning and then, come back around 10:30, and it would just be boiling.
Yeah.
What's a community tab? So when you reach 500 subscribers, you get a community tab. So that's how you can share out. You can make a post. You can share pictures. You can do a poll. So you can ask people maybe what do they want to see, what time works best for them. And then you can share other videos out too. So like Gina right now, Rich, she can share out your videos. Like, check out this cute little dog. But you have to have 500 subscribers to do that. I have electric too, and eye stays hot forever. Yeah, that eye do stay hot. Sometimes I have put stuff down on it before. It's still hot.
See, Felicia, you have to show us how to do that. I don't know how to share a short. I've tried.
Yeah, I've tried too. I want to see that. So boy, I don't have an electric kettle. I've been thinking about it.
I do. I don't have an electric one, but I have a kettle. I have an old tea kettle.
I have a tea kettle. I have a couple of teapots, but they're like China. So they're purely decorative. They're decorative. I can't put them on the stove. I gotta boil my water.
Did you instantly feel the pinky in the air when she said that? Oh, I don't. I have.
You didn't. I do. I collect China. I love me some China.
It's
usually my dining room table is set 24/7. But since I got my sewing machine, the sewing machine has been on the dining room table. But today I cleaned my craft room and made room for the sewing machine, so the dining room table will be back.
You common folks use your electric and your regular tea kettles, but over here we use China. We sip our tea on China.
China. I use the China. They can use the solo cups. I'll use the China.
The family can't even use the China.
I will. We did. Trying to think the last time I let them eat on China was Mimi's birthday. And even then I'm protective of it. I'm like, okay, give it to me. You done? Yeah. Give it to me.
Yeah. See.
Are pretty cool. Sometimes I share too much information because I forgot I was on the internet. I broke the top of my blue willow. Oh no.
Yeah,
I
I don't
know.
have fine china.
You know what? I got mine at the antique store, and I always find good deals on it. Always.
No, I wasn't looking. Don't worry. You ain't got to tell me where to get it. I need a tea kettle for functional purposes only.
That's what a pot is for.
When I used to do my I actually have an espresso kettle as well, where I would make my espresso. I don't know if that's what it's called, but it's the metal kettle, and you put the your scoops of your espresso in the middle. You put water in the
Uh-huh.
bottom, and it bubbles it up to the top.
Mm-hmm.
I even have one of those, and I found that at like Marshalls or TJ Maxx or something. Oh yes, estate sales are awesome.
I
Yes,
love the state
and I
sale.
like thrift stores. I go to the thrift store all the time looking to see what kind of appliances show up there to die. I be looking for bread makers and
Um,
all kinds of
Mine was
stuff.
a wedding present. I used it all the time. I love tea. Oh, I'm sorry. Have you tried replacements.com? I did break a piece of my china, and replacement.com does have that plate in stock. And if you don't know the exact pattern that you're looking for, you can take a picture of it and it'll match it to that pattern. So you might want to try that, Felicia. I have never been to a estate sale before. GT, I feel like you would love it. There is always something.
Just walk one.
Mm-hmm. Always something at an estate sale. My husband's train table, just the table he got at an estate sale. The guy was a big model train person, and so is Marcus, and they were just trying to get rid of it, and they gave him so much stuff. I'm waiting on him to finish the table so I can do a video on it.
You'll be surprised what you can find at garage sales.
Mm-hmm.
Our old office manager bought a car from a garage sale.
Wow. Wow.
You'd be surprised what people are selling. Just
Mm-hmm.
to get rid of.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they want you to replace the whole thing. I'm sorry. Like I should have 10 more minutes to go.
Awesome.
Not too bad. I live near a wealthy neighborhood, and their estate sales are to die for. I get mad when I run out of money. I would be over there too. Ooh, I want a juicer. I was thinking about a juicer until Gina said something about cleaning it.
That's
Was that
why
you?
one.
I was
I
like,
got one of my friends a long time ago because I was like, this is for the birds.
I like stuff that I can put in the dishwasher.
You might be able to put that in the dishwasher though, because I mean it's almost like food processors where you have attachments. You know, I don't know. Don't get me in the line. I ain't had mine in forever.
I think I asked Mark. I was like, "You want to get a juicer?" He's like, "No."
But now they got so many fancy ones. It's probably yes, great books. I used to get a lot of books, educational books and stuff for my daughter from estate sales. I went to one estate sale where the people that lived there were teachers, school teachers. So that was even more perfect. And they let me get a lot of that stuff for like really cheap.
Mine cannot go in the dishwasher. Son of a gun. I'm about to start looking for these estate sales. Yes. And you know, they don't, at least the ones I've been to, they don't pressure you, to buy anything. You're just walking around looking.
Yep. Just like if you go to a garage sale.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sister said hers can. So Felicia
Okay.
says not. Says things can. So it probably depends on the brand, maybe.
The brand. I'd have to do some research. And because I'm probably not going to use it all the time, it needs to be low in price. She grows it Alaska in the box. The older juicer was hard to clean. They realized that the newer ones are not that hard.
They were. And like the one I had, it was before I had my daughter, my youngest daughter. She's 13. So yeah, I was like, I gave it to a friend after my youngest daughter was born. But when I started using it, I was like, oh, I'm
My
gonna use
Ninja and okay. I was just thinking I'm gonna look on look on QVC.
Oh no, I said that. She said that it can't go. No, Mona said no, it can't.
Mine can't go in the dishwasher either. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look on QVC.
Is your Ninja but is that a juicer? Because I have a Ninja, but my Ninja is a like smoothie blender type situation.
Ooh, smoothie. I just got a.
I like smoothies.
That's what I was just about to say. Ooh, tell me more. And I'm like, we just got a Ninja smoothie blender.
Yeah, I'll make me a smoothie or a breakfast
I've been
smoothie.
seeing the signs up a lot lately, but always past them. Go. Even if it's real quick, just stop so that way you can get an idea of what it is. I gave mine away. Mm-hmm. Like, and the last estate sale we went to was a couple years ago, and he had the sign out there and he said China, but when we went, it was just it was more like the glass dishes. And he said, I'll give you all of this with the tubs for $30. And we ended up walking out with probably about 5 or 6 tubs of like glass plates, glasses, just a whole bunch of glass stuff. Oh, I wanted one punch bowl. And I ended up all those glass tubs and everything. And he gave me 5 punch bowls. What did I do with them? I took the one punch bowl that I wanted, and when I had my garage sale, I sold it all. Got my $30 back.
I thought I told you that my family can't eat on glass plates.
We didn't eat on them. I just wanted that punch bowl, and I'm looking at it right now. That's all I wanted.
I thought I told the story of that. That's not a because I can't do the metal and the glass scrape thing. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
That's my whole being. It just shuts down. It just literally every nerve in my body just spazzes. It's not allowed. You can choose one. You can either have real forks and spoons and knives, or you can have the real plates. But you can't have both.
Make up your mind.
Have real silverware, and then I go to Target. I buy cute stuff. I go to Target and buy these plates that look like they're real plates, but they're really just like they're not plastic, but they're whatever that material is. It's not glass. I tell you that.
Wait, I missed what Cheryl said.
What's that?
What did Cheryl say?
Oh, I think she said they're all popping.
You got them all.
Hopefully, because she says every time she ends up with one that doesn't.
Yeah.
They all got lids on and are popping.
All right. And then Mona said, great, Cheryl, I was waiting to hear if they were popping. Yep.
I love hand painted porcelain dolls.
Right.
And I have lots of porcelain dolls that I collect. All ethnicities. all kinds of things. I'm a porcelain doll person.
Is the inside of it dry? Stretch it out. You know how your blankets roll all up in the dryer? Is it dry? Okay, thank you. Let me touch up. My juicer is serving. Yes, sifting. I just had a berry smoothie. I do like smoothies in the morning. I need to get back with it. Wealthy people don't need money. It's not hard to clean. Being advertised, and
I agree with you. You do.
Yeah. And then what do you do with everything that comes out of it?
Yeah, I didn't used to think that. I used to just trash mine, but I have seen where people will keep it and use it for like different stuff, like you I guess use it for vegetable stock.
Okay, but
I mean, if you have fruits in it, you probably couldn't. I don't know. I don't know, but it just seemed like too much work for me. I'm like, you can have this juicer. I could do a smoothie. I could buy some juice. Listen,
yeah, you're right.
I shouldn't be like that, but I had to pick my battles. Juicer was not in my test. It wasn't part of my testimony.
Just don't say your testimony.
Mm-mm.
All right, 35 minutes. Everybody's asleep. Kodak even knocked out. All right, so that was round number 4 of vegetable broth.
Look into the cold press, David. I don't know if I've ever seen a cold press juicer.
What is a cold press?
I've seen cold pressed juices in the store, but I don't know what that is per se.
I don't know what that. I don't know what that is. What should you not can? You should not can dairy. Milk, creams, butters, stuff like that. You should not. You can always add after the fact. You should not can rice or pasta, any thickeners, cornstarch, flours. There's something else. I feel like there's 4 things you should not can. Don't make me go pull out my certification book. That was actually one of the questions, one of my certification questions.
What shouldn't you can?
Mm-hmm.
We about to revoke your certification. So what's those things?
I remember she got all technical. She's like,
Yeah.
Rice, pasta.
Yep, rice now.
And maybe it's the fats that I'm thinking of. Hold on, I'm about to see. She emailed me my test.
Yeah, she does, Miss Shirley, but it's not approved. But she does. She's not the only one who does it. So those are when you're doing recipes that technically aren't approved, you're kind of just doing it at your own risk. Homestead Heart has been doing that for a long time. So she really, I mean, you're probably not going to have any issues with it. they're just not. It's just not approved because she's been canning that butter for over 10 years, like a
Mm-hmm.
long time.
Mm-hmm. Thank
And
you,
she's
Gina. That
just
was
fine. Her
very
family is
good.
just fine. But it's not an actual approved canning recipe by USDA or ball. So, yeah.
That's absolutely right. And I mean, I'm not going to.
See, David cans butter too. A lot of people do. So, I mean, like I said,
You
it's
should
not.
not can smalted meats. Cured, yes. But there are some recipes that say like you can can like a little bit of ham or something like that. Oh, here it is right here. Name 4 ingredients which should not be used in home canned foods because they interfere with the heat penetration to the center of the jar. So that's why when I was talking about the fats earlier, it's because you want to make sure the heat is able to process through everything. So you're making sure that you're killing off the botulism spores. So I said, this is what I said: dairy, starch, which if I had a thought about it, potatoes and beans are starch. So that wasn't correct. But I said dairy, starch, oil, and thickening agents. She gave me -1 point. Because the answer is dairy, pasta, rice, oil, and thickening agents. So there are 5 things that you should not can. Technically, she shouldn't have gave me 1 point off, but whatever. You do you.
Oh, Lord. Why y'all make her pull up her?
You do you. Whatever.
Ah. Yes, Mona. Yes. Do some videos. Juicing and smoothies. Yeah. People
Yes.
be looking at that stuff.
Yes,
Juicing with Nathan's
absolutely.
juicing videos and gives juicing recipes. He's not the only one, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. See, David said yes, please.
Who is it? There's somebody, I cannot think of his name either, but he only does shakes. And I think that's the name, Everything Shakes. And he only does like shakes, protein shakes, smoothies, stuff like that in 2 or 3 videos.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you, they be looking so good.
Mm-hmm. Yes, kind of. David said, doesn't oil come from the chicken when it's canned? The fatty grease, yep.
Yes. Yes.
It does.
Mm-hmm. And that's one of those what they call conundrums. Like, okay, we shouldn't be canning oil, but we're gonna produce oil. Maybe it's you don't want to add any oil. The oil that's going to be produced, they've already accounted for. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. They've already accounted for. I don't know.
Isn't that music to your ears, Cheryl? Hearing them cans pop. Uh-oh. What did I miss? Oh, she's back. Come from the oh, that was who said that.
You can chicken. You can beans. Yes. 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 Yes.
Oh, David has a video showing his canned butter.
Uh-oh, David.
I have to go
Thank
back
you.
and check
Thank
it
you. I
out.
appreciate the knowledge you both are sharing here. You are so welcome.
I've seen Homestead Hearts. I've seen a lot of her canning videos though. And she's not the only one. I've seen a lot of people's canning videos. Yeah, we can beans, so yep. So
Do you can water? I haven't canned water just because we've got a lot of bottled water. But I know KK has. I think Lydia has. But we just it was like $2 at Costco. We just get it from Costco every time we go. I paid $88 on April 17th for it. For what? Oh, I see.
I didn't. That's what I was trying to see. I didn't see what we were talking about with
I'm
the.
going back and it's GT. I think he's talking about
Oh, a juicer. Okay.
April 17th. He knew exactly when it was.
Right. I swear I keep looking around here like, did I misplace a pack of jars? No, I didn't. I'm just running out.
That's a good problem to have.
It ain't. I need more jars. I got a lot of tomatoes to still can up.
I know I have pints downstairs.
That's
Quarts are starting to run thin, but I know I have pints and that chicken for next week. I'm going to do the pints.
all I have is pints. I have 7 white mouths, which I'm gonna be using for chicken for sure. And then I have a full pack of the regular pints. And then like I said, I have half pints. I need some jars.
Yes, Rich, you can water. I would suggest that if you're taking your canner out the box, at least try to can some water. So get a jar. Follow your what's the book that it comes with. Follow that. Do whatever it is that's supposed to do. Yours is different than mine. We might not have the same startup instructions.
I think you got the Presto.
Okay. Put some water in a jar. All you have to do is bring it up to pressure. Make sure it rocks or check your gauge or whatever it is that you're doing. But I would say definitely try that out before you're in the middle of a project and then you realize that there might be something wrong with your canner. So I suggest that. I wish I had to remember that with you, Gina. I would have told you.
I know.
Let's try that first.
Yeah, I remember you said that night. You was like, "Dang, I wish I would have told you that."
Mm-hmm.
Pull it out and do some water.
I have a distiller, so yes, you can instructions. Yes, the instructions book, the book. You can water. But I think people mostly do it for emergencies. They have drinkable water. Like I said, we just have a bunch of bottled water. So I don't have a need to do that.
You did grape jelly. David, did you do it from actual grapes? How is grape jelly made? Because I know most jellies that I've made is just basically sugar, water, and vinegar, and whatever else I put in there.
Mm-hmm.
So is it artificially grape flavored, or is it really? I thought about making some blueberry jam, but I don't know.
I said I was going to make some blueberry jam too. Never did, but I said I was.
I could make it. I got the stuff to make it, but I don't know. I might just use my blueberries for something else.
All right, David, I will look for that. Homestead Heart taught me so much.
She got some great candy videos too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Look, it's the community be out here sharing.
You're right. You are right. And all water is contaminated. So, yep.
That's why I actually ordered the tablets you can put in your water that's supposed to help if like something was to happen and you don't have drinkable water.
Mm-hmm. I said I was going to try one of those. What is it called? Life Straw?
Oh, yeah. I've seen those too. Yeah.
I wish I had a Trader Joe's here. I went to a few in New York and was wondering why everybody doesn't go there for trees. So cheap.
I don't have one. You got a Trader Joe's? I got a Tractor Supply, but I don't have
a Tractor Supply, and I think we got a Trader Joe's. We just got a
Trader Joe's, but they don't do trees. Yeah, we have a Trader Joe's.
No, there's no trees in here.
Tractor Supply here,
Trader Joe's.
I wouldn't go to my Tractor Supply for trees. They have some stuff, but not mine. They don't have stuff like that. Why do that? You can water and selling in the things. There shouldn't be in the water.
Why do
What
that?
if you boil it first?
You can water.
They claim boiling it gets all that out of it. I think he's saying why would you can water that? You're basically sealing up the things that shouldn't be in water.
Oh, gotcha.
Because
well, that's like boiling it, like you said. Tractor Supplies. I don't remember.
Mine don't. Mine is a small store, and I only know that of one that's in my city at all. And I go there fairly often, hoping to find stuff because I be seeing other cities where people be getting stuff. Mine don't have it. Welch's grape juice of 100%. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I did the pepper jelly, David, and that's it, I think. I have some peaches though. I think I'm gonna do some. I still had some peaches left over from. I did a case of peaches from the peach truck, and I canned up some of them, but I have some left. I might do peach jelly.
Marcus asked me Friday, "Do you want a box of peaches?" No.
I agree.
Done with peaches for the year.
I'm right. I did peach salsa and actual canned peaches, and then I'm probably gonna do peach jam.
Them peaches take you out. You'll be done with them peaches.
Don't nobody tell you how much work you gotta do with them things. You gotta peel them. You gotta cut them up. Then you gotta preserve them however you're gonna preserve them. I was like nobody told me. And they weren't. It's like I was cutting up so many peaches, and there was still so many peaches left.
I know you like you want peaches.
I was like, this box is peaches.
I started taking them to work and putting them on people's desks. Please take peaches. And you can elderberry. I'm sure you can because it's a berry. I have not. I've just dehydrated my elderberry. So they loved your cowboy candy video.
You're over there making wine.
I only can wine.
I know. Now, see, I don't drink either, GT, but I do. I found one wine that I actually like. I do like a glass of wine every now and again. Actually, it's good for you too. A glass of red.
My Renaissance grandma. I think next spring, in the summer or whatever, I'm try canning some strawberries. They look so pretty. I want just one pretty jar.
I thought I wanted to do pineapples because I saw everybody else doing it. Plus, I like pineapples.
Allergic to peanuts. I wouldn't mind. I bet you pineapples are pretty too.
Yeah, a lot of people were canning up because Led started it, and then everybody was canning up pineapples.
Mm-hmm. I tried apple butter, and I didn't like it, so I never did it after that. Wow, GT.
Yeah, I pretty much like mostly all fruits.
I do too. Except mango. I don't like mangoes.
Oh, girl, no. They're delicious. Do you make sure they're ripe?
No, I don't even like the smell of them. Like even like lotion. I'm like, take it off.
We're done. I don't know who you are anymore. Mangoes are delicious. They're so juicy that they're like really one of the messiest fruits I can eat. Because when you bite into it, all that juice is just it's gonna run down your arm.
How about nectarines? Yeah, you can do nectarines.
Yeah.
Fruits are really easy because fruits are higher in acid, so those can just be water bathed. And I think fruit and water, you're good to go. Yeah. You don't even have to do a sugar syrup with those.
Nope. That's why Miss Shirley said all she does is water bath. She doesn't do sweet stuff. It's easy And most of I mean, I don't think any of those things take more than 10 minutes.
Right. Right.
10 minutes. And once you get it to a boil, 10 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and they're done.
Mm-hmm. I called them hard peaches.
Or was that my Renaissance grandma who said that? One of them said that they did water bath.
Mm-hmm. I'm appalled. You don't like mangoes?
My Renaissance grandma said that. Right. I'm appalled too.
I can't stand it.
Anna Henry.
Y'all know I'm picky. Haven't you figured this out by now?
They are delicious, aren't they, my Renaissance grandma? I love them.
I did plums last week. Yes, I remember that. For moringa tree. If y'all see one, okay, David.
Moringa.
I keep hearing that back there popping, but that's just it's just hot.
That's one of those ones that's pretty hard to find, isn't it, David? I think I heard somebody else talking about the same. Maybe it was broke. But if I hear about it, do you follow Ups Citrus Garden? I don't know, Ups something. I think it's Citrus Garden. I was seeing if David did. I don't know. Somebody was talking about that, and I'm wondering if they had it. But maybe I just remember somebody talking about it. I agree. My Renaissance grandma, absolutely delicious. Tia, mangoes are.
You said, girl, you had a bad mango. No, it's not. I don't like the smell of it. I've had it in stuff. Once someone was like, you want this chapstick? And I put it on. I was like, oh, it's got mango in it. I don't like the taste of it. I don't like the smell of it. No, thank you. No, sir. I'll pass. Throw it in trash.
I'll take hers.
And you would somebody? Let's get that to you. Here, Gina.
Right. Wait a minute. Miss Shirley said, are you talking about the dehydrated plums? She said they call prunes.
Guess what?
What happened?
That's too hot. That's too hot. I'm gonna show you. Gosh. I'm gonna show you. It's just too hot to take off. Let's let the suspense rise.
Oh.
What do you think happened?
I think I didn't hear any noise, so I don't think anything busted. Did the top come off? Look, GT, she gonna make us wait to find out what happened. He's like, what? ... The suspense. We didn't hear any loud.
There was nothing. Heard nothing. Out of the normal.
What? Didn't I just hear a pop?
Maybe that was me putting my hands down.
Oh, I was about to say, it wasn't a bad pop. It sounded like it was a seal pop.
Mm-mm. Your tops popped. I'm trying to let that steam go down. I'm going to get my phone set back up, and I'm going to put it in there.
No, I think she might have been covered with water learning to grow. I think.
Not enough water. I did put more water. I did put water in there, but with the pressure canner, with mine, I always know I'm running low on water because I'll start to smell, because now that the water's gone, it's really starting to cook. I'll start to smell it, and then my weight, my jiggly thing will slow down. So the water's good.
It's itchy.
Okay.
I didn't. Let me go back, Miss Shirley. eating that dragon fruit was epic. It was for me. It was for me. It was good.
You know what? Never mind. I'm sorry. I faked you out.
She got us all worked up and with the suspense. But yes, thank you though, Miss Shirley.
When I looked in there, I was looking at these three. When I looked in there, this jar looked completely white to me. So I thought all the jar had broke at the bottom and everything went out the bottom.
Right.
You see how like
I wonder why
it's really lighter.
I was gonna say I wonder why it's so much lighter. She did play with our emotions, didn't she?
I'm sorry. Oh, I was right.
Oh, it did.
You see it?
Yep.
Do you see how I was right? Do you see how it like that's a clean break?
Yeah.
That is a solid break. And when I lifted it up, maybe what happened was when I looked in it, it was clear. But as I took the top off, the water rushed back into there. So I'm thinking that's what happened. Because like I said, I thought it was clear. The water rushed back into there. So when I picked it up again, that's why it looks so much whiter.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a solid break. This is called thermal shock. It happens when the temperature of the jar is either too hot and you put it in cold water, or the jar is cold and you put it in hot water. So that's why if you're canning, you want to make sure you have hot water, hot food, hot jars. So I don't know what happened because the water in there was hot. Maybe it wasn't hot enough. The jar was hot and the broth was hot. But I mean, out of what? 20, 21, 22, 23, and I only got this. I ain't mad.
Yeah.
This is just an example.
Yeah.
I like stuff like this.
That's such a small thing, Mike. That's not enough reason. You could do it. It didn't explode out of the top didn't explode off. It didn't, cause a whole lot of
It didn't do anything.
Yeah. My Renaissance grandma.
What'd she say?
She said it's a wrap. I'm never canning. It was one jar.
It's one jar. No, nothing. Like she said, there was no explosion. Nothing traumatic happened.
You didn't even know it happened.
You didn't. It happens. This is probably. I had it happen once on camera, and I do have a video of that. So it's the second time on camera. This is probably my fourth time it's happened. Out of how long have I been canning? How much stuff do I've canned? Nobody's perfect, so you got it. You got it.
And sometimes you're gonna have jars that have something that you might miss. There might be a nick.
Yes, absolutely. And that was one of the jars from down in the basement. And I purposely grabbed that because I was like, ooh, I might not have a whole quart. But honestly, I didn't expect it. I didn't hold it up to the light and do my test. I just did it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm good with it. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm glad I caught it on camera. Let's see if I can use that clip for something else.
Yeah.
Ask your teacher, tell him YouTube wants to know why. Well, that's why. It's called thermal shock, and the hot and the cold, I shocked it one way or another. That's why those jars are back there on towels, because the countertop is cool. So the towels are insulating it, keeping those hot jars from the cool countertop. And one way or another, I shocked it. And I know it's thermal shock because the breaks are different. I have in my book, there's example of different breaks, but since that's such a clean break at the bottom, that's thermal. Bad jar. Yep.
You don't really have to test them per se, GT, but you want to check them. So you want to kind of look at them. You want to make sure you don't see any visible cracks or anything. And then I use a touch around the round of it, and you want to see if make sure there's no like chipping. It's glass. They're glass.
It's glass. That's exactly it. Even if I'm taking them out the case just from the store, I'm gonna run my fingers across them because they've traveled. You don't know, somebody could have bought that and returned it. So I'm gonna run my fingers across it and everything. And then like my husband, there's nothing for him to grab a quart-sized jar and just to get a glass of water. So I check him constantly because he could bang it up into something.
I'm laughing at my Renaissance grandma. She's so crazy. She said, better get to Aldi's and grab some more canned goods.
I'm glad you stayed live to see this. I am too.
That's true, Mona, because it was a teachable moment.
I would have been like, oh man.
Because it can happen to any of us.
I wish I could have showed you what it looked like when I first opened it, while I was like, you know.
Yeah.
If I can, you can. Hey, Jay.
Something that Homestead Heart says, you can. Something like that. Yes, you can.
All right, y'all. That's all I got for you.
Juicing with Jay popped in.
We sure did.
We done been on here for
almost 4 hours.
Jay, it's a wrap. You should have been in here like maybe 30 minutes ago, though, because we were talking about juicing. We needed you then.
That's right.
We were just chit-chatting about juicing. We needed your input.
Been there, done that, Cheryl says.
Oh, yeah, because she was saying that, was that last week? One of her jars. Yeah,
like it happens. Yeah. I don't take it too personal. As long as I didn't do all that stuff and only got one jar, and that one jar didn't broke or something, then I would be salty.
Yeah.
Like I did all this for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thermal shock is what it's called, right? Yes. I'll show you this real quick and then we can go for real.
It's really the way to check them.
So this is my certification book, Mastering Home Food Preservation. And there are examples. I'm going to show you. I'm always pulling these books out. I just need to keep them close by.
That was a big binder. GT is like, that's a big book.
That's a big book. It is. Okay. I gotta stand up. Can you see these jars at the bottom? The different type of break?
Yep.
So this one says, the first one says fewer pieces form. That's called thermal shock. If there's forking, that's called pressure break. So it must be it's too much pressure in your canner. And then it says percussion cone. That's called an impact brake. So get you to see it again. Thermal shock, pressure, impact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Woo! That
Yeah,
book
you
is heavy.
you could can it up, then you don't you know, you'll have it preserved.
Mm-hmm.
He said he's not at canning level yet.
Yes, you are. Everybody is.
Everybody. I canned one time and then it was like, whoop, canning everything.
I can do everything. You mean I can can that?
What? Nobody told me.
Freezer level.
I'm both, Jay. I'm definitely freezer level.
How long does it get your certification? I can't spell, sorry. It was a 1-week class. I had to go down to I'm in Indiana. So I had to go down to Purdue University in West Lafayette, and it was a 1-week class, 9 to 5. And we did lectures in the morning. We did each section of the book in the morning. There was always a pre-test and a post-test. And in the afternoon, we canned something every day, even though the class was on all methods of preservation. In the afternoon, we canned something every day. And then they gave us the take-home test, and I had until August 1st to finish it. So I went to class in June. I had until August 1st to finish it. You know me, I waited until July 28th.
You are my daughter. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I emailed it to her, and she got it back to me. So it was a week-long class, and you know what? I enjoyed every minute of it. Learning, that's what's up.
Oh, yeah. Mona, you know, you said David growing dragon fruit. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you were growing dragon fruit too, David. I still got time, July 3rd.
I still got time. We had to take a mandatory training, watch a mandatory training video at work and take the test. And the due date was September 9th. I waited to the 8th, and then they started emailing me, when you going to do it, when you going to do it. Why would you give me until the 9th to do it? I have up until all of then to do it. Leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
So
Grandma, you can send it to me. Now, the question is, do I have to send it back, though? Can I keep them?
Them canned collard greens, though.
I'm definitely going to be canning some.
Them.
It's a thing. It's happening. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get them grown now.
You did all the work. Store bought, they be mushy. They don't be good. But here,
Yeah. I'm that collards ain't gonna get mushy on you.
They
I can't love them. Collards. Yeah.
Love them.
Mm-hmm. It's happening.
Okay. For real though.
Yeah. I'm just a zombie of myself. I'm not even awake right now. I won't remember any of this tomorrow.
Wait, what happened?
You can be like, you was talking and everything, was I?
You were fully functional, holding full conversations, giving notes on budgeting and everything, Gina.
Wow, she was doing great. Which Gina was it? Which one showed up? This is called I need to be in bed because I'm just googling it.
Sauce. It's only 9:47. It is 12:47. We approaching 1 o'clock.
Jay and Callie, it is for him.
Yeah, for you.
And then it might be about this. Well, let me see. GT, it's
He said he was 4.
he's like
4 hours?
8:47. Yes.
Nah, I mean, I might as well just stay up because in a couple hours the dog's gonna be up. They gonna want breakfast. They gonna want to go outside. Marcus gonna be like, let's go get some breakfast.
Mm-mm.
And see, I would do that when we drove from Texas. We pulled up to the house at like what 4:45 or something. I was like, I'm up now. The dogs is up. I let them outside. I fed them. I vacuumed. I did laundry. might as well. I'm up.
Felicia, like, you did so well. I did. I hung with, and this is my second night being up late. Last night I was over a friend's house until, I got home before midnight, so it wasn't that.
You was
And
partying.
she literally lives a few streets from me, so I wasn't that far. But
10 more minutes. What are you talking about, GT? You've been out here 4 hours.
I've been out here hanging up with the grown-ups.
Pull an all-nighter. If I pulled an all-nighter, what's it called? StreamYard would not let me on next week.
Really?
Because because when I was doing
we only get so many hours
a month. Mm-hmm. And when I did that week class, it started like yelling at me. Gina is delirious.
I am. Y'all don't judge me for it later. Don't do that. It's past my bedtime. I go to bed early. I'm one of those people. I'm usually in the bed before 10. I'm probably asleep by 10.
You are. We go. That way we could come back next week and do some chicken. Exactly. So don't forget we're doing chicken next week.
David said 11 more minutes. No.
She said no.
I've been known to fall asleep on folks. I done fell asleep on the phone, but like, I don't remember hanging up on. Excuse me, hanging up with that person.
I don't fall asleep. I just be like, I'm gone. Bye.
I fell asleep on Lydia. I called her the next day, like, did I fall asleep? I didn't remember.
Now 4 o'clock until the clock strikes 1 p.m. That's 12 hours. GT, we leaving you. We gone.
You say 1 p.m. on here.
We tired.
Listen, I cannot be responsible for anything that's happening at this hour with me. My husband just closed my office door on me. I think I'm making too much noise.
So all I know is the house is dead. I ain't seen Chili. I ain't seen Kodak. Everybody gone. All right, y'all. We gonna go for real. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye. See you next week.